jig is up.
The jig is up.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Alright, welcome to Stardew.
I'll be back. I don't care if I miss something. I'm not doing anything in Stardew right now anyway.
Well, that means I get to kiss my wife, and it has the proper animation. So take that. Alright, what was I going to do this episode? Well, it is the start of fall, and I'm growing a shitload of beets.
A shitload of beets, huh?
And I also have a letter, probably a JoJo representative member, some shit like that. No, it's George, give me 35 stone, that's right.
Is the server open?
It sure is. I mean, you told me to put it open, right?
Well, it's not in my list. Here, can you do the invite code thing? Maybe that'll work.
I'd say just refresh it. It should be up.
I've been refreshing it.
Weird. Maybe it'll take a minute?
Usually doesn't.
Yeah, that was weird. Alright.
I guess in the meantime I'll leave the chat thing up because I wanted to. But...
Man, they updated Steam. It's all weird.
Did they?
Invite to watch.
I know that Steam is like... Oh, can we not get into the...
Yeah, right?
Weird.
Yeah.
What happened? I clicked online game.
Yeah, join game isn't an option even, it's grayed out. So
Hello?
I know
Alright, well I didn't do anything, so... Oh, maybe I hit load instead of co-op like a smarty smart.
You might have.
Oh, that's totally what I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm a
Steam servers
friggin'
are pretty
genius.
fucked right now, though.
Hello, good morning world, and all who inhabit it.
Good old classic.
Nice one.
Good old classic Steam sale has fucked up the Steam servers bad right now.
Ah,
so.
joke's on you, I got to kiss my wife a second time. And probably gonna not get rocks from... No, I got rocks for a third time from George. Good.
Accidentally refreshed my stream page and the stream got unmuted, so I heard a tiny bit of an echo, and that was pretty good. Yeah. Oh, there's my baby moon sliding. Nice.
So, I was thinking, if Jaden ever got around somehow to doing that Pokemon campaign of your realms, now I finally have a stake in it. Because now I can make my Dragonite a writer. I know, really original. And he's gonna have a book called Don't Read This, Mr. Don Fan. What do you guys think?
Okay, that's a... It's close enough pun, I guess, yeah.
Something that's gonna
Is
be pretty good.
it a long boy of a book, or...
It is not. It is a kid's book. I do a lot of Audible.
Well, great.
So I'm actually going back and reading a lot of books from my childhood, whether through school or on my own personal time. Sort of as like part inspiration, part just trying to remember what made these kids' books click with me.
Yeah.
And apparently with that book, it was a whole lot of holy shit, this was a kid's book. Here's
You mean like the Adventures of Miracle Kismet, right?
Yeah, basically. Except worse. Far, far worse.
Yeah, okay.
This Miracle Kismet doesn't have, like, child abuse, neglectful
Well,
parenting,
It doesn't count as like
slut-shaming,
full parenting if your parent is
pregnancy
dead.
shaming, just general awfulness.
When the
Good
book
book,
come out?
I don't think it was that old. I'd have to look. At least no later than the 90s.
Yeah.
Don't you dare read that. 1996.
Oh, okay.
Not that old. That's a pretty short read if you ever had Audible. The free trial.
Yeah, I don't have Audible, but I think my dad does, so I could just use his.
Yep. That's one of the nice things about working late nights. I could always just put on a Bluetooth headset and just chill out to Audible shit.
Yeah, the place I'm gonna work, which I just talked to my brother about, actually like getting that set up. My hours would be roughly like 9 a.m., 3 p.m. So I'm looking forward
9
to
a.m.
that,
to 3?
basically. Yeah.
That's easy shit. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh shit, I forgot she was there.
Who'd you get caught by? Oh, Penny. My wife caught you digging in the trash. She's like, oh my god, someone else does it too! All the time at home, I catch my husband rooting through the trash. What? It's perfectly natural. Don't judge me. I see you hanging around with Maru all the time, and I don't comment about the trash you hang out with. What?
Ooh, damn.
I mean, Maru is probably the most trash tier waifu. No racism. It's purely because she's just kind of boring. Also, she doesn't like anything that I can give her, usually.
I mean, not at first, but in the late game, her likes are like batteries and like iridium and gold and shit.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
No, I think she has a really
It's
easy one,
easier
too.
than, like, yeah, exactly.
I forget what it was.
Also, she's really not that boring. Like, if you actually go through all the hard events, it's pretty good, actually.
It's just I see too much Demetrius in her. I see absolutely no Robin. And Robin's a fun character. I wish like Robin had the ability to be dated.
Are you saying that you would not marry Demetrius?
I mean, he's great, but one Demetrius is like Demetrius. I mean, anything other than Demetrius would be lesser Demetrius.
Okay.
Now, Robin, she's also really cool, but you can't date her.
Yeah, well.
Hello, kiddo. Go play with your baby sister. Speaking of which, I don't think any of you have been over to see my baby sister. Where the hell are my shower
you mean your
gifts?
daughter?
Yeah, my daughter.
My baby sister. Yeah, it's true though. Here.
I mean, we tight like that, so. Haven't gotten any shower gifts. Let's see how it is.
I didn't get any from you either, so.
I mean, because you named your kid something like Despacito. I'm just like,
Well, I didn't. I mean, but that's not how a shower works. The shower happens before it's born. So.
Yeah, but we have birthing showers because our wives just sort of drop them on us. There's no time to prepare.
What about Zuper's child?
I don't even know what Zuper called his child. I think he just. Oh no, he called it Zeke von Gembu or.
Yeah.
Genibu.
It's Zegan Boobgoo, obviously.
Zegan Boobgoo.
That's what my daughter is going to be named when the prompt happens.
Those poor bastards are going to have names too soon. Isn't it just going to be Despacito 2?
I'm considering it.
Oh my god. You guys should be labeled
because
for
that's
child
the meme, right?
endangerment.
Is them making sequels to that song. So that's what everyone usually references.
Oh, you know what I just realized? Zuper was telling me about Despacito, and now I finally know what it's from.
Did I tell you? I don't even know.
Yeah,
what
you
the fuck
commented
that
on it
is.
being a really popular song, or was that Ethan?
I can assure you I didn't.
I mentioned it, but
Okay, was it you?
Jaden might have. It was either me or Jaden, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea what the song was, and then you guys showed me. I was like, this is okay.
Yeah, well, the point isn't that it's a good song. The point is that
It's super popular.
yeah. Well, again, it's honestly it's not popular because people like it. It's popular because people are making a lot of memes out of it, and I don't even know why. Like,
Is
maybe
it
it's
anything
because
like
the
This Is
songs
America,
that-
where it's very obvious what's memeable about it?
I guess. I think the main thing is that they say Despacito so many times in the song. It's like,
Well,
maybe that's
that's
where it comes
Mexican
from.
music. I work with a Mexican worker, and they repeat a lot of their chorus like that.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe that's racist. I don't know. Maybe that's just what I've heard. But from what I've heard of Mexican music that's popular, because he listens to a lot of the popular stuff, there's a lot of repeating lyrics. Now, we
He
have
ever
John
listens
Mayer.
to
He loves
Despacito.
repeating his lyrics and his choruses. Your Body's a Wonderland is a prime example. Why Georgia Why? I mean, Why Georgia Why is not as bad. Some of them are really bad, though. Do I have to fall asleep with roses in my hair? How many times do we repeat that? 4, 5, 6 times? I don't know.
I don't think I know that song. So
It's not actually called that. It's just one of the lines in it.
I don't know the song that is in.
I don't remember.
If it's
what-
country music, I've probably heard it at some point, but it doesn't sound familiar.
John Mayer's like half country, half pop.
I've heard the name John Mayer, but I don't know
He's
anything
okay.
off the top of my head.
My mother really likes him, so I get to listen to a lot of the Mayer.
Right. Okay.
My grandfather hears his voice and says he has a speech impediment and that he's gay. So I don't know
Well,
People have
is that
different
something that
think.
should be bad? I mean, that's not a negative thing.
Well,
is
he's
it?
92, so to him that is a bad thing.
Wow.
I can't blame him. He's 92.
Just because he's old, that means he's allowed to feel that way.
Well, I mean, he has less of the censor now.
I mean, my one of my grandparents isn't like that, so.
Yeah, one.
Well, yeah, they don't have to be like that, but at the same time, it's understandable that they are. It's not like you should expect them to change after their entire lives of things being one way.
I mean, I'm still gonna be mad if they talk about the black people, you know?
Yep. Well, we try to encourage him to be nicer. Also, nice flamingo in the Adventurers Guild. I never come in here.
Yeah,
It's kind of a shame. I actually do
that
like
was
the
one of
music.
my 3 flamingos. I had to put it somewhere where I knew nobody would see it for a while.
I think I'm going to cut the trees down in the quarry so we can get our rocks back.
No.
Do you care?
He just wants it for
mean,
the screenshot. He doesn't care.
It's kind of hilarious. Have you taken the screenshot yet?
Well, I want them to be fully grown.
They are fully grown.
All of them?
Like, not all of them, but it looks like a forest. It looks better with some of them being lightly grown.
Well, I'll check there.
Plus, I don't even think some of them can fully... Well, actually, did you space them apart perfectly?
I did, but sometimes rocks spawn between them.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened. Yeah, I don't know how you would stop rocks from growing in between them.
Pathing. No, they'd still break the pathing though, actually.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was at the end of level
There's
3
one
and
of
I
my
lost all my
flamingos.
last life. I am getting used to how fast level 3 is though. Doesn't make it easy, but it does make it not as bad.
Who do I have left to get my max hearts with? We're starting to get down to the wire. Willie and Vincent, Kent and Caroline, Leia, somehow I guess one of her hearts retracted.
I mean, it's
Jody, Abigail, both your wives actually.
Your
Alex, Monroe.
relationship doesn't go down with them, I don't think, unless you're married. I don't think.
No,
their
it
hearts
goes
go down.
faster if you're married.
Hmm.
It's a pretty slow decay, normally, but it does happen.
Yeah. Which is
If anything,
fine.
though, the reason why it's so hard for you to associate with Leah now is that she isn't out and about in town ever. She's
Yeah.
just always on the farm.
Leia would often appear in the bar, and that just made it very easy.
Yeah.
It's not every day I go down to your guys' house for a visit, despite the fact that we live on literally the same farm and work the same job every single day.
Yeah.
But here, take an apple. Were they not behaving? I love how she always starts off they weren't behaving with, "Good evening, how was your day?" Mine was fine. And she has like this big smile on her face. Immediately followed by Vincent and Jas were not behaving again.
Maybe she likes punishing them.
You know, that's a good point. Maybe it's what she lives for.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna give your wife a bean hot pot. I think she'll like that. And I'll give the other wife coffee or something.
Which
says she likes
wife
eating
being
coffee.
hot pot?
Your wife, she likes green stuff.
Yeah, she does. She'll probably be alright with being hot pot. She also likes coffee, but everybody likes coffee.
Is it her
Yep.
love?
It's not a love, no.
Shit.
Okay. Let's
It's
see
a
if her
lie.
wife is actually in the house. Oh, hey, there's a kid. I don't actually know his name. Oh, wait, that's Zeke von Gembu, of course, yeah.
I already forgot.
It's just it doesn't display it because I can't
Yeah.
talk to them.
You mean Zubu Goo Goo?
Zeg and Boobgoo? Yeah, I know
Zeg
that's
and
Zeg and
Boobgoo,
Boobgoo.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, when you first said the name, like, I still barely understand what it's actually supposed to be.
It's like Von, as in like it's part of a title. So Zeke Genbu. So like Gelburu. Except
But
it's
why?
Zeke Genbu.
Like, is it a character from something?
Yes, from
Or-
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Okay, why did they name their character that?
Because if you look at his character, the immediate first thought in your head is that name fits.
Okay.
Also, it's a good name that fits him, but what's funny is that it's a fake name, I'm like 90% sure, because his dad isn't named that. Von Genbu is not his family's name.
Yeah,
I mean,
but Zeke is definitely his name.
You could just have your
Yeah.
name changed after you're born.
Also,
that's
where's
fine.
your wife, Zuper? She's not sleeping. Abigail is sleeping. Your wife
She
is
has
just...
some weird scheduling sometimes.
Yeah, but she just physically doesn't exist in your house.
She's
She left your kid
usually-
home alone at 12 o'clock at night. She knows how
She's
you are.
usually in front of the fridge or in front of her art easel. Those are her general places where she hangs out.
But she's nowhere. I'm gonna end up passing out in your house.
Shit.
No, your wife just doesn't exist. I'm waiting for you to come here and somehow she'll spawn because you're here.
Maybe it's the medical checkup.
Yeah, she's taking it at 1:30 in the morning. Like everyone should take their medical checkup.
Is it
Screw
1:30 already? Oh shit.
I guess I won't feel bad for sleeping in your bed then.
Yeah? I mean, I don't know.
Sleeping
make it pretty
alone
close to
in
the
your
bar.
house. This is such a weird circumstance.
Alright, I'm just gonna wait for Zuper to stop his Prairie King.
Yeah.
No,
just-
yep, there he is.
I don't... Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
I just love how Journey of the Prairie King for me, it's like, have coins, never lives, so I never make it to the shop to use the fuck ton of coins they give me.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I got 3 lives the last time I played. Not too many coins, though. I don't think the coins are permanent upgrades, are they?
They're, well,
Or
I
money.
think the things that you buy in the shop are permanent.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think so too.
Yeah, Zuper, your wife is just MIA. Unless she's sitting on my porch.
No, she's in front of her art easel right now.
Yeah, she's
At least on
invisible
my
from
screen.
it. Classic. No wonder I never see her. Hey, George sent me even more stone. What a champion.
Wow.
3 days of that and I get a free staircase. It's
2
99
days of
stone,
that.
right?
Oh wait, no. Okay, sorry. I thought that he did 50 in my head, but that's Robin's wood.
Yeah, he does 35 stone. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, see?
What the hell? Here, take this
Told
bean
you she
hot
was
dog.
there. Didn't even believe me. You were just like, oh. Obviously, Zuper's lying.
Obviously, she's just invisible. That's the next logical.
Alright, lay us back up to 8. Good.
Yeah, that is the next logical extreme, obviously. I don't see her, therefore, she is invisible.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if that logic was, like, applied to a real-life situation, though?
Oh, that'd be pretty good.
It's, you just, like, you're on the phone with somebody trying to, like, meet them someplace, and you're like, where are you? I don't see you. They're like, oh, I'm, you know, at such and such place. And you're like, I'm there, too. I don't see you. You must be invisible.
Or real life
not.
would be No Man's Sky, where you actually don't see anyone.
Yeah, that's true. It is No Man's Sky because there's no man in that sky.
Oh, well, there you go.
Look, I mean, you gotta give them credit. They made an accurate game title.
Well, it would have been more accurate if they called it No Man By, but that's neither here nor there.
Your wife said she got up early and fed David Jr. That's your guinea pig, correct?
Yes.
Who the... Oh, okay, David. I was like, who the hell... Because I was thinking you were talking about Leah, and I was like, who the fuck is David Jr.?
No.
I mean, you know, in Zuper's defense, though, you do refer to both of our wives as, quote, your wife. So
Yes.
it's
Yeah,
kind of...
well.
It's ambiguous which one you're referring
Sometimes I
to.
could be specific, other times not so much.
Sometimes you could be specific, but you're not.
Yeah, that's asking.
The option is there. It's a possibility. You're not, though.
You know, I wish the Junimos would also go for the crab pots. I know they're not near them, but that would actually be a really cool feature.
Yeah. It'd be cool if they did.
I wish I could steal from your Junimo hut. No.
I mean, I don't know why. The only thing literally in there is beets.
Yeah, I really don't care about it. I'm just being...
Just wait until I place them in the hopper, and then you can steal it from that.
Yeah.
Which
if
I don't
really,
know why you need the sugar, but you can take it.
I mean, maybe I'd want wheat and sugar just to make maple bars or something, but I don't know. That's about it.
The maple bars are great, but not the top tier. I got my other.
Well, they're good for everything. They're just a general snack.
Yep. Bang, bang, bang. That is a lot of beats.
Not that I really need food items on a general basis, but...
So I'm thinking about just selling all the gold star ones,
Go right
but
ahead.
then
well.
depositing the
What I do
the
is I
regular
sell
silver.
everything. I refine anything that's normal quality, but silver and gold I sell.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sell the gold ones because I actually would like a lot of sugar. I'm sure by the end of the season I'll be like, fuck it, just sell all of it. But for now, more beats. The beat must go on, after all.
Yay.
Do I have any more beats in my house? That is the question. I sure do. I have beats that haven't even been... Oh, right, because those are Jaden's that he needs first thing.
Yeah.
Right.
More than realistically, you could use them and then just replace them, but then the problem is, what if you forget?
Yeah.
And then Jaden is like, hey, I trusted you to give me beats, and you're like, well, that's your first mistake. You trusted
Well,
me
see,
to
my
do something."
thing is he's probably just going to end up forgetting, so it's okay.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, is that even if you did use them, next time he comes on, he's not going to go, where are my beats?
He's going to go, why are there still televisions in my house, guys?
Oh, right. Oh, I just remembered something. At the end of last session, like after we left, I thought of the idea for what to do with his inventory. So,
Yeah.
you take
Televisions.
everything,
TVs.
yeah, you take everything out, put it all in a safe chest, keep it somewhere, then fill it up with various types of televisions.
Okay, now let me do you one better. We're also going to block in his location in his house, so we'll have to physically throw away the TVs if he wants to move away from his house.
Or if we
Perfect.
put stuff that he has to mine, then he'll be trapped.
Hey. It's
Yeah.
flawless.
No, he can break things, still. He just won't pick them up automatically.
Well, like, there's something, like, not the furniture ones that you can move anywhere, but, like, the ones that you need, like, a tool to break, like the flamingo.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
think-
but those you still can break if you don't have inventory space.
Oh.
It's not like they say no.
I thought
Wait,
you
are
needed...
With
beats
any-
only at Beats are only at Sandy's, aren't they?
Yep.
Damn. Alright, tomorrow is Elliot's birthday. So if you guys have some hearts to give with
Nope.
Elliot for some reason, which I don't think I do. Or do I? Nope, I'm maxed with Elliot. So it's Caroline, Kent, Willie, Vincent, Alex, Maru, and then some of those losers. Do I have max with Pierre? I sure do. I don't know how. Pierre is actually one of the most annoying villagers. Only love calamari. That's it.
I mean,
He
maybe,
likes
like...
plenty of things, but
Yeah.
still.
I'm gonna restart that Prairie
Fuck.
King run. That was the most bullshit run I've ever seen. I got
Hey, Pierre, where's
I
your
got
wife?
all the way. I got 75% of the way through the timer. No power up dropped ever.
Wow.
I know it's RNG, but that's ridiculous. Drop something! Jesus! Is it affected by
Gosh,
daily
Caroline.
luck?
Today's neutral, which means best, so...
I think Clint's mad at me. He never looks at me anymore.
Wait, who
Poor-
said that?
Poor Emily.
Oh.
Vincent says I'm not as boring as most grown-ups. Get wrecked, guys. Here, take an apple, kid. And for Kent, you get a coffee. This is a man's gift. I like how, literally, the line immediately after that is, I wish I could have been there for him. there was no line before that. I mean, you can still guess. Alright, that got Vincent up to max. Willie,
Man,
is
yeah,
good.
I wish I could have been there for.
Like,
I guess is that supposed to be? I wish I could have been there for Vincent growing up, or
I'm guessing it's for his son Alex, or it's for somebody in the war. Either or works.
Yep.
Oh, hey, here's two people I could possibly give gifts to. Unfortunately, they're a little bit busy at the slots.
Well.
Oh, I know. I can throw stupid shit in their inventory, and they can't do a thing about it. God damn it! It bounced off the machine and popped back into mine.
It also would say, oh yeah, because we can't pick things up.
Oh, you mean the arcade? You said slots, so I thought you were at the casino.
Well, it's basically rigged like a slot machine.
Slot machines aren't rigged.
Have you even been to the casino? Like, I know you
I went
have
once or
unlocked
twice.
it, but I don't think you've gone there yet.
Yeah, I've been there once or twice. In fact, I think I went for my
Wow.
birthday. Yep.
I just perfected level 3.
My 21st birthday.
Oh no, like in game, not.
Oh, no, not in game. I think I would trust my
been to
luck at a
many
real life slot
casinos in
machine
my
more
life.
than
I don't know if
trust
I've ever
others.
gambled at them, but I've been to many.
I haven't, but we have a casino that opened in town a few months back that I was probably gonna go to eventually.
Willie stole 9 hearts.
I mean, if you count Overwatch loot boxes and Hearthstone loot boxes, I've gambled a hell of a lot.
Well.
Okay, I'm on level 5 now. Wish me luck. God.
Wishing. Hey, Clint. Business has been slow lately. Everyone got iridium shit, and now they won't come to my place anymore.
Well,
I mean, I could get my tools upgraded. I just don't care.
There's literally no reason for you not to. We don't care about the money. We don't care about, like, your iridium, so you might as well just, like, make your life a little bit faster.
I mean, yeah,
What
you won't
the
have the you won't have the tool for a little bit, but like that's not a huge deal.
Yeah. Especially during the winter. Like, you have no excuse to not get iridium up to max on winter.
I love the kit that I'm occasionally getting in Prairie King right now. It's beautiful. So if you,
Level
I
6.
have shotgun combined with machine gun combined with wheelbarrow.
Oh my god, that shit is overpowered, yeah.
So I'm shooting like 100 shots in all directions. What do these mean?
What does it mean? Ah, shit. Wait,
Don't
did
think
I...
that was a jump I could have done.
God damn it, I forgot to go grab the rest of the beets.
Can I check the wiki for
Now my
like how
crops are gonna be all out
Prairie
of
King
order.
works with this?
Oh wait, I never care about that.
The Prairie King.
Fuck. No, halfway through level 6. I'm gonna commit suicide, guys.
Shoot
I'm
speed.
so mad.
Well, if you kill your suicide, that's a good thing, right? Hello, wife. He's just sitting in the dark. Good dog. That is a good spot to sleep. In front of the fern.
Well, regardless, I can only afford the boots, I think, so. Movement speed increase it is, I suppose.
How would you like to hear a bedtime story? Once upon a time, there were these two guys, and they always loved to spend their money and their time at the bar. Not
So-
doing what adults usually do at the bar.
Not spending any money. This is free.
Yeah, this is free.
No, that you spend $1,000 every single night.
Okay.
What?
Let's do a poll here. Who
I
has
see.
spent the most money at the bar? That's a tough
I don't
one.
know. You guys are spending $1,000 a night. I haven't bought beer in a long time.
Yeah,
You
but how
guys
much is
literally
one
spend
beer?
2 beers,
1,000?
two
Oh,
beers a night
that's-
every single time you pass out. So actually, you guys are starting to bring it back.
Well, you know.
I might still have the record, but hey, you guys are spending more than 2 beers.
Also, like, we shouldn't be combined. I mean, you're one person, we're each one person. So.
Look at these guys, always interrupting my bedtime stories. Anyway, kiddo, what they did was they spent their time and technically their money at the bar playing one of 2 video games. It involved a lot of minecart jumping. It involved a lot of shooting.
How does a minecart even jump?
Same
Think
reason
about
a
it.
bike jumps.
No.
Look, Donkey Kong logic. I mean, Donkey Kong grabs it and pulls it up into the air.
Yeah,
as
but
he
he's a
jumps.
fucking gorilla.
Yeah, but that's not how physics and gravity works. You can't pull something
You physically could not do that. That is not a possible thing.
up. If you could, then he could just, like, keep pulling on it and fly forever.
But that's how Donkey Kong does it, is he grabs the minecart and just pulls it.
Well, how do you think the guy from Getting Over It climbs the mountain? It's the same logic. That's just
No.
how powerful he is.
Well, that one makes more sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
That's
You
just
see,
a
that's
shit
one of
ton
the
of
few
course
game
drag.
theories where I literally just have to say, yes, you are absolutely 100% correct. This is stupid.
Yeah, but
He is
it makes
physically
more sense.
pushing his body up by placing all of the weight into the hammer and pushing himself.
Yeah, you know what though? That makes a lot more sense than
Physically
pulling
impossible.
up. Yeah, you know what else is physically impossible? Pulling up a cart that you are inside of.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The logic... Okay, so like Donkey Kong... I figured that if you were strong enough, you could do something similar to that.
I'm guessing there's
but you would
just
have
a-
to physically jump out of the cart, grab it on your way up, and pull with all your might.
I'm
And
guessing
even then,
that
you'd
there's
be
just
crazy
like
strong.
some buttons on the side of the minecart, so whenever he grips the rails, it like launches up, like like a rocket.
Hmm.
At least that's probably what they do in Stardew.
Well, if you're gonna put in that workaround for Donkey Kong, then there has to be a workaround for Getting Over It. Like,
Well, in Getting Over It, they literally pride themselves on the fact that you're just a brawny man inside a barrel filled with water, pushing
Yeah.
yourself from the absolute end of the hammer. No,
also
it
the
doesn't
water
work.
never comes out.
Levies and pullers and like fucking
Well, alright.
scientists are having an aneurysm over the game.
I mean, you can instead play golfing over it.
Oh
with
god,
such a-
don't
Okay.
talk to
well,
me about golfing over
Golfing
it.
over it is just a little bit too much.
Fucking golfing over.
It's a funny game.
I've never even seen it. I just know that that sounds like a shit show in the making.
Oh, it's
They
a massive
played
shit
it,
show.
they played it once or twice on the NLSS, and it was very shit show. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I need to finish watching the Android shit show that Vinny uploaded yesterday.
Oh, the Android shit show was really funny. The very first part was very good. We played
Yeah, you got Strange Rope Hero.
yeah, Strange Rope Hero. What else was really
I mean,
funny from it?
that's not like a new name for Spider-Man. That's like
No.
every game names him Strange Rope Hero.
He was also able to finally find the one theme from the Endless Runner, so now he can play that in random
Ah,
moments.
He actually discovered what that song was?
Yeah,
Amazing.
someone else found it for him,
Ah,
so now he can play it.
I need to know what this song is, so of course I can implement it into things. That is- It's a bad song, and it's in every single one of them.
Well, of course, because they're all
To be
rinse
fair,
repeat.
the same game. They are literally the same game, but with different sprites. The physics are the same, the controls are the same. The
He came
gameplay's the
across
same.
one that had different physics and controls, and yet somehow it still used the song.
Also, I love that the level design is also this. They couldn't even be arsed to change where the
Of
obstacles
course
are.
not. Why would they do something silly like that?
It would take minutes.
But
It's
they could
not
take
difficult.
no time and repackage the game, and the stupid
Yeah.
kids would be none the wiser. Tell me, what stupid kid is going to come across two of the exact same thing and think more than 5 seconds about it? Only Vinny. By the way,
I
it's
mean,
birthday.
when I was a kid, if I was playing mobile games as a kid, I would have noticed and I would have been like, "What the fuck is this trash?" To be fair, I don't think I would be playing any of those
What the-
games anyway.
How the hell did you...
Oh,
She caught me from behind the house.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
It's her passive. Similar to Vinny's passive.
hey Ross, I stole some of your sugar. Not a lot, just
I don't
some.
care.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Kent. I have a pepper. Hey,
Have a
kiddo, have a... I don't know what to give you. Maybe a hot pepper? Would you like that? He might not. I mean, I'll try it, just because it'd be funny. No, he doesn't like it. Of course, it's too spicy. He's a little baby bitch. And god damn it, that brought his heart down. I didn't realize he was on such a precarious perch. Hello, Lewis. Alright, Elliot, I have a gift for you since it's your birthday. Oh, hey, a cutscene.
Wow.
Bungit Keith, come in. Welcome to my humble, well, shack. This is my writing desk. It's where I spend most of my time. And where Ross should be spending a lot of his time that he doesn't spend. For as long as I can remember, I've wanted to be a writer. Have I told you that? I mean, you showed us a book. You read it to us. That's why I lived out here by myself. I figured a lonely life by the sea would help me focus on my literary aspirations. Everyone back home said I was nuts, that I could never make it as a writer. Can you believe it? They said for every successful author, there's 1,000 fail miserably.
Oh wait,
Such
paper. I thought that was something
pessimism.
else.
Sickening. I can see it in your eyes. You believe in me, Barnga Keith. You've got that spark. Now that's inspiring. That's what I'm looking for. A question. What kind of books do you like, Barnga Keith? Wait, I got this backwards. Now I'm getting this question? Well, I guess I better answer sci-fi, otherwise his timeline's gonna, like, screw up. I would never have guessed. I suppose even those of the earthiest professions sometimes have
He
their,
actually perfectly guessed by
their
doing
heads in the
the book
stars.
first.
I'll remember that.
But sure.
Well, enough talk about me.
Shits.
You probably know a lot about plants, don't you? What? Oh, well, I guess because I'm a farmer. Would you mind taking a
Yeah,
look at that rose here?
definitely.
I'm afraid it's not doing so well. Watch, I'm just gonna, like, water it. Okay, now. And he left his house. God damn it. Oh, there he is. Morning, Elliot. Here's a cup of coffee. Happy birthday.
You know, having experimented with a couple of the legendary fish,
Yeah.
I'd say the angler is a lot easier than the mutant carp. I mean, the mutant carp is probably not that difficult, but
Oh,
I've
the mutant
failed on
carp
it
is very
twice.
easy. It's just that probably at the time you were catching it, it was the hardest.
Maybe.
No, I'm currently doing the mutant carp, and it's not overly easy. Whereas the angler was a fucking joke.
I mean, there is some RNG to it, but I think that I actually think the mutant carp has a lower difficulty than the angler.
I found that the summer fish was probably my most challenging. Well,
I mean, the only
winter
one I
was
have
kind
left
of
is the
annoying,
angler,
too.
so.
Or was the winter one? No, the winter one was just annoying to find. No, the hardest fish of all was clearly episode 1's anchovy that I spent
yeah,
about
you
like
probably
5
spent
fucking
longer
minutes
on
trying to
that.
catch.
Can you imagine trying to catch like the legend first fish? That'd be pretty good.
That'd be super easy because your first fish is you can't lower the bar.
Okay, well, second fish, asshole.
Okay. I mean, that would be funny if you could somehow glitch it and make it the legend. Your first fish.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to make that happen, but
I mean, all you'd have to do is edit your game so that you're already level 10 fishing.
Morning, Gus. Now the bar's not playing music for me. I don't know if that was a thing with you guys for a while.
It was, yeah.
Business has been really good tonight. I'm pleased, says he at 3 in the afternoon.
Business is good because these schmucks keep spending $10 or $2,000 at the end of the night.
Well, he doesn't get a cut of that profit.
I mean,
Maybe if he calls
does.
JoJo, they give him a 10%. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a deal going on. Oh, I got an Alex cutscene. Oh, hi, Barnga Keith. What you doing? Look at all these books. I haven't read a single one. Just the thought of cracking one open makes me nervous. But you can't make a decent living in this world without a brain. I literally just went from, like, the smartest, bookwormiest person in the whole town to the literal back opposite.
To the guy who says, quote,
I'm worthless.
reading a book makes me feel nervous.
Worthless? Yeah, that about sums it up.
How do you feel nervous?
That's crazy. You're a genius. Now we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Nervous about a book. I mean, you could feel like, you know, maybe it's above your reading
I'm not going to give up.
But
if I work hard, I can do anything. Yeah. Hey, maybe one day soon we'll have dinner and discuss philosophy. Isn't that what you smart people talk about? I'm pretty sure that was a book. I forget what the book was called. I got 2 Alex cutscenes in a row. Didn't even have to leave. Or maybe this is the same cutscene? I doubt it. It's just him flexing his muscles and lifting, shirtless.
I was gonna read that book, but I decided to work out
I was
instead.
just doing my daily strength training routine. Someone's been playing stick figure RPG. Sorry I have no shirt on. It ripped as I was lifting. Barnga Keith, I've been meaning to talk to you about something, and I had to wait until I didn't have my shirt on to have this conversation.
Yeah.
I've started to realize that, well, I've been really rude towards you in the past, you know, about going pro and all that. I don't think he was ever once rude to me. I think he's been one of the generally nicest people in the whole town.
Well, he was rude when you first met him, but
Not
Yeah.
that rude. I guess I might not actually be all that cut out for professional sports. Maybe it was just a childish dream, you know? Anyway, I want to apologize for you for bragging and being annoying about it. I appreciate that you stayed friends with me through all that. You are one of a pack where every... Oh, that was funny. Look at those lifting. Holy shit. The second, like, I walked up to him and made the cat face, all the lights went out because it got dark out.
Well. Oh, what's this?
Have a coffee, sir. Have a coffee, Alex.
Man, I, sometimes I make it to level 6, and sometimes I just die on level 1. Game, I swear.
Yep. What you gonna do?
Keep playing it until I either die
7.
or beat it.
Oh, I think I have a Pam cutscene too. Hey, she's looking at that statue that looks like an arrow that the museum gave us.
Oh.
Hey, kid. You caught me praying. This here's my new Sign of the Vessel statue. Ordered it from Joja.com with free 2-day shipping. Don't tell Pierre.
I mean, Pierre doesn't sell statues, so I don't know how mad he could be.
don't tell Robin. Robin.
I have been settling into the new house. It's really a great place. Feels like home already. I really do appreciate this new comfort that I totally don't need. She has, like, a fucking luxury business house for herself.
Well, in most playthroughs, literally in most, because that's how statistics work, Penny is still there.
Oh,
so.
sorry. It's just, I should be so happy. But I haven't been able to cut back on the beer. I haven't changed at all. Yeah, it's probably my fault. For a long time now, I felt like there's something missing from my life, Barnga Keith. I've always thought it was money, just being poor, you know? So I figured getting this house would solve everything. But it didn't. So that's why I ordered this statue. I'm glad you're feeling hopeful. Sorry, Pam, Yaba isn't real.
First of all, it's Yoba.
That's hilarious. Ha! Well, look at me. I'm getting real sappy on my old age, aren't I?
By
Thanks
the way,
for lending into your kid.
extremely low T count for not picking that option.
I mean, if I wanted to be a cunt, I could do that.
Well, I also haven't had this cutscene, so I don't know what the.
Hi, honey. What'd you do today? I just looked after the kids. What'd you do? Oh, I called your wife a religious idiot.
Your wife? Excuse me?
Yeah, I called your mother. Fuck. I'm so bad with surnames.
She is. Yeah, you know, you saved her from an abusive marriage. That's
God damn it, I didn't go to buy beets again. Actually, the place... Oh, wait, no, but she's asleep. She's not going to be driving. God damn it. Too many cutscenes. Yeah, but I told your mother that her religion was wrong today.
all right.
I think we should stop seeing each other. But we've had 2 kids. And that's too many.
I
She
mean,
told me just recently that fall is a sad time of year for her, which means to me, because I think you had your first kid in fall, that she regrets it.
I mean, she also says summer is her favorite month, I think?
well, that was
I
when
mean-
she got pregnant, right?
I don't know. I forget which month she says is her favorite. It might be spring. She talks about being sweaty in the,
I know, you
In
can't
the
get an
summer.
air conditioner in this game. It's unbelievable.
Can get what?
An air conditioner.
Nope.
Hopefully the arcade is air conditioned.
It
Well,
probably
Gus shuts
is.
off the air
Or I'd
conditioning at a certain
imagine would
time
have
of
to be air
day.
conditioned. There's
Well,
no
I'm
windows.
sure.
How much does sugar sell for?
No idea.
Probably not
More,
enough.
potentially more than beets, but that's about it.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
I doubt it'd be less than beets.
It might actually. Well, maybe not. Because sugar you got to factor. You buy for like 100, so probably like 50, maybe.
50 is that. 50 is indeed what sugar sells for,
Okay.
and a beet sells for.
Maybe Gold Star Beet
Even-
sells for more.
Even the shittiest beet sells for double the price of sugar.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
Also, my wife's not in bed yet. I don't know where my wife is. Probably spending time with her mother so that she doesn't feel so lonely in a fat ass house. Really, all she needs to do
What?
is.
Okay. So I just closed the arcade and fell asleep, and Demetrius was still in the bar,
Damn
just
right.
dancing by himself.
Look, some nights
Well, that's
he
the point
just
where you
has
dance when
to
no one's
escape.
looking.
Like, Sam, if you're watching, I would appreciate clipping that. I could clip it, but that's too much work. It's just a VOD, but you know.
I heard the whoop sound effects. So that means it's a rain day.
I mean, you can also hear the non-stop
Yeah.
outside.
But the first thing I always hear is the boom.
I actually hear the ching before I hear the boom. I mean, the boom happens, but I hear the rain sound first.
Well, then again, every time you open the game, yours is louder than mine.
Well, yeah, but I immediately fixed that issue.
Well, you might
I
still
don't
keep it
either.
louder anyway. I wonder if Maru and Dr. Harvey will ever get together. I'm sure Harvey likes him. I think Maru will have to make the first move, though. Usually she just comments on whether or not Maru's gonna get married. Alright, that should be good. I'm probably gonna go chill at the super dungeon today. Skull Caverns.
Super dungeon.
The super dungeon.
Yeah. I heard you guys really like Super Mystery Dungeon. So,
Well,
which I always thought was the bad one, but apparently that's not the bad one.
Nah, it's Gates
Super?
to Infinity.
yeah, Gates to Infinity is a bad one.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not like unplayable, but it's a lot lower quality than the rest. So
I mean, I don't remember if it's the gameplay or the story. I think both are pretty shit, but
it's both really.
I mean, I know that one has the classic MacGuffin in it. Now, they all have some level of MacGuffin, but...
Yeah.
No, I'm probably not going to bring the pot pepper. Well, yeah, I could bring something better than the pot peppers.
Like, initially I was about to say, it has a MacGuffin, and then I realized, well, so does Explorers of Sky, though.
Yeah.
With the time gears.
Yeah. I mean, a MacGuffin alone doesn't make a plot bad, but if it relies too heavily on it, you know, and even if it does rely on it a lot, like fucking Infinity War was still good. So.
I think that part of the reason why that works is that he just wasn't even using the Infinity Stones to the utmost of their power anyway.
Well, sure.
It would have ruined the story
He
if he had.
barely used them at all, and even when he did, he used it in, like, shitty ways. He barely took advantage of them. I don't even understand why he needed them, because he sure as shit didn't use them for anything.
I think it's already a
I mean,
MacGuffin on its own.
yeah, I
by
was
this
gonna say,
point
there's
for
one
people
big
to use their
reason he
shitty,
needed
super
them.
powerful stuff in shitty ways.
And, I think, there's like a fan theory about how, it could have been something to do with, compassion for the, heroes. Because, I mean, honestly, like, there's a scene at the end where he's, like, moving them around instead of murdering them, which he easily could, you know? And then also, like, at the very end, when Scarlet Witch is, like, fending him off almost successfully with one hand, there's no way that it would be that hard. I think for that one, though, it's that, he was feeling grief about Gamora, spoilers, and also the Soul Stone kind of gives him a connection with people. But
Yeah.
But anyways, my point is that, you know, MacGuffins can be done right, it's just really easy to see when they're not done right.
MacGuffins is one of those things where you don't really notice them until people start looking for them. Or if you go to the movies a lot.
I mean, also, like, recently a lot of things that I played, whenever I notice, like, or whenever anything said, like, you know, it said, like, this is, like, a powerful thing, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, nice MacGuffin. Like, it's not like I even have to look for it. Like, sometimes they present it in ways that aren't obvious, right? But, like, for example, like, Thor the Dark World, which is just, like, in my opinion, the only bad movie in that franchise. Marvel cinematic, I mean, not Thor. Is that, they immediately start by talking about the Aether, and it's like, oh, alright, well, I wonder what the thing with that is.
I mean, you know that movie wasn't that good when I didn't know it existed until a year after it was in theaters, and somebody was like, "Oh yeah, Thor 2," and I was like, "Thor 2? That's not a thing."
Yeah, the first Thor wasn't great, but it wasn't nearly as bad as Dark World. So Ragnarok, though, that's good shit.
More copper, please. That dragon was dancing.
Hell yeah.
Dancing fiend.
Well, he was just using Dragon Dance. I mean, it's pretty obvious, honestly.
It wasn't really increasing his speed. I don't think it increases his attack either. It's more just
He
like a
missed.
thing. He missed with a status move that he inflicted on himself.
Yep, he missed.
Makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
That works for me, of course.
Rock and roll.
Dude, matchstick jumps on level 3, is not okay.
Feels bad.
Like, I can do any other kind of, like, platforming on level 3, but if it's, like, a bunch of matchsticks, then I'm going to lose all my lives.
And they always love to put a really long stretch of matchsticks, too. So as soon as you fuck up once, you're gonna fuck up every other time because they position you shit. Like,
yeah.
You won't get the opportunity again if you die on any of the matchsticks.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time I like failed a normal fish in a while, but it was because I was being greedy with a chest. They put the chest at the very, very top, and the fish refused to stop, like, leave the bottom.
Well, what I would do in that scenario is get the fish really close and then.
That's what I did, but then I'm really bad about slowing my bobber when
enough
it's
gold,
hitting the bottom, so it bounces. and it's
Okay.
obnoxious.
Yeah, Zuper, if you want to go fail a fish, go to the desert and try to catch the stupid scorpion carp.
Fail fish.
I've caught one or two of those before. They are tough, definitely. Way harder than the sand fishes.
Probably harder than the legendary fishes.
I mean, maybe like the angler or the mutant carp, but
I don't know. Have you tried the scorpion fish? It's
not
really
in
annoying.
multiplayer. I have in single player.
It's a really annoying fight.
You know what's an interesting fight? It's not a hard fish to catch, but the mechanic that comes along with it, slime jacks. Because they're easy fish, but they're only catchable in the bug layer. So you're getting attacked when you're trying to catch damn fish.
Yeah.
That's funny. Except when you fish, can you be attacked?
You can, and it hurts.
Really? That's interesting.
Up
dragon dancing again.
That's it's not too bad. You just kill every bug in the area, and it takes them a couple seconds to come back, but they do respawn non-stop, so...
That's fascinating.
When you're trying to catch it, there's a decent chance you'll get at least 1 or 2 mutant flies on you.
Yep. Are you kidding? Oh my god. I was doing a jump that was like from a low spot to a high spot at the very end of level 3 on my last life. And it was like a the place I was landing was like one that like raises, right? And I was like 1 pixel off landing on where the rails raise. Like it looks like I should have been on it. And you know, if I can make it to level 4, like level 4 and 5 aren't that bad. Level 6 I don't even think was that bad. I just got bad generation. Level 3 is honestly the only level that I think is actually difficult.
From what I've heard, it just sounds as if it's 1, 2, 3 is the first progression.
Oatmeal.
4, 5, 6, like level 4, it resets the difficulty, sort of.
Well, level 6 isn't even as fast as level 3.
What the fuck's the point of these levels being after level 3 then, if level 3 is harder?
I don't know, they probably have a higher chance at shittier generation, maybe. I also like that I still hear rain when I'm playing this.
Makes sense.
Rain hits the rooftop, right? It's not like rain...
Well, yeah, I know, but I figured that they would, like, you know...
Figure that if you're at a bar, they should make some rain-resistant roofs so you can't hear that shit.
I meant, like, gameplay-wise, not world-building-wise.
I mean, when you play video games, you can hear the rain coming down.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
It's a nice effect.
Ross, I literally just said I meant for gameplay, not for, like, mechanical reasons. Like, as in the gameplay of Stardew, not the gameplay of, Jumino Kart.
You know, come to think of it, Stardew, I think, is the only game where when it rains, you don't go, ah,
Probably.
why? Because in Minecraft, it starts raining.
I like it when it rains in Animal Crossing. It's not that bad. In fact, it actually makes it helpful because, like, a lot of the villagers stay inside. Sure, some of them go out with umbrellas, but a lot of them are grumps. They're like,
You know, I forgot what rain was like in Animal Crossing because it's been so long since I played. Like the last one I played was the Wii version, I think.
God, people get so uptight about Animal Crossing. It's just like,
Well,
you know, go look at Metroid. When's the last time they've had a game?
Well, I mean,
2011.
okay, that doesn't mean they're not allowed to want a game. I mean, it's not like if someone's like, "Oh man, I want the new, you know, Metroid." You'd be like, "Oh yeah, well,
I've been
Mother
waiting on a
3
Fire Emblem
isn't
game
out
since
yet,
2010.
so you're not allowed
They
to
literally
complain."
just came out with 2. Those ones don't count.
But just because one franchise hasn't had a game for a while doesn't mean people can't complain about the other.
Yeah.
You know what game franchise I want more games in?
Huh.
Mario.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love the fact that that's just the thing.
Like right now, I'm good with the new Yoshi game. That'd be pretty cool. Definitely new Advance Wars, but it looks like someone else is already doing that. I think it's a Chucklefish game too.
I mean, it's not Advance Wars, but it's literally the same thing.
It's literally Advance Wars. I'm also good with new F-Zero game. That'd be pretty cool. Even though I sucked at GX, but I think
I actually
everyone
never
sucked at
played
GX.
F-Zero, but if there was a new one, I'd get it.
GX is hard as shit, man.
Generation X.
Yeah.
Get your game
Probably
on.
why it's so hard.
Well, no, if it was GX, it wouldn't be too hard because you'd be playing as Jade and Yuki, and playing as Jade and Yuki is basically +10 to being invincible in a duel. Also,
Well,
being a psychopath.
It's also
but-
because he's a pro tag, more than anything.
No, Jaden had more protagonist privilege than Yuki. Even I know that, and I haven't watched the show.
Well, he certainly makes a bigger deal out of it when he does lose, which isn't often.
Yeah, he
Like-
becomes like a whiny bitch.
I mean, remember
that.
the one time that Yugi lost a duel to Kaiba solely because Kaiba was gonna, die? Like he put himself in a position to die if
Yep.
Yugi won,
Well,
and then
at
Yugi
least
got
that
sad
was
because he
sort of.
lost.
Yeah, but he's more sad about the fact that he lost all his duelist stars, which means he couldn't save his grandpa.
I mean, I thought
They
that,
both
like,
had some pretty serious stakes. in that case.
Meanwhile, in GX, Jaden loses to just some Okay, to be fair, I'd be pretty mad if I lost this duel too. Some
Yeah.
random fuckwad comes to the school, and he goes into the card shop, buys 10 card packs, whatever amount of card packs it is, to make exactly a 40 card deck, and then he wins against Jaden.
Yeah.
That would have pissed me off if that happened.
I mean, that's basically
me.
what happened to the But You See deck and me.
Well, but you let me win, basically. But no, he legitimately, like, his deck was extremely good considering the nature of how it was made. But this causes Jaden to not just be sad, he runs away from like, he gets on a rowboat and sails out to the middle of the ocean to, like, be depressed as shit, but then he gets lost at sea and almost dies.
Nice. If only he died.
Because he's being a moody little bitch. And then, eventually, he washes up on an island where Neos and all the Neospatians tell him about how the light is corrupting the planet, and he has to embrace the powers of darkness to save the universe.
That's probably the most edgy, nondescript description I've heard.
That's what happens. I mean, I can't make it more clear than that, really.
Yeah. So I
I
got a
can
question.
specify which Neospatian. It was Aqua Dolphin.
In GX and like 5Ds and all the rest of them, is it still canon that the Egyptians played with those cards? Because I sincerely
It's
doubt
forgotten
it.
lore. Nobody ever mentions it again.
But like, is it still? Because I feel like
Well, how can it? They can't address something being canon if it's never mentioned again.
I know, but like the fucking vehicle cards, like that the one dude has in GX. Like, there's no way that the Egyptians use those.
Well, I mean, new cards always being made.
I guess.
the
Like
base
Seto,
game
or not
was
Seto Kaiba.
Egyptian.
Fucking Pegasus took the cards,
I guess
remade them.
if I think about it, Pegasus shows up in GX, but not for long.
He
Yeah.
basically just kicks the one professor's ass, and it's hilarious.
Now, that isn't it entirely. He also shows up another time to invite Chumley, of all people, to come work at his company. Because Chumley, never mentioned before that point in the show, is really good at drawing card art. So Pegasus wants him to work at his company.
Yeah, Pegasus is also really good at drawing card art.
I don't even know.
Did
At
we
least,
ever get his
like,
wife
the-
back?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Fucked up. That was.
I mean, all
pretty
he has to
sad.
do is make her into a card, and then start a duel with holographs, and then you got a holographic version.
I mean,
Let's see here. In 5Ds, they mentioned the Norse gods being involved in dueling for
Well.
reasons.
It's pretty good.
Basically,
Are there any other
everyone
like
is
cameos
involved in
like Pegasus and GX and like 5Ds and like the rest?
He certainly shows up in GX. He might show
well,
up somewhere
not-
in ARC-V.
Not specifically Pegasus, but just any
Oh.
characters. Yeah.
Okay, well, ARC-V is filled with those. Like,
I know.
just filled with them.
Okay, but what about like
Um,
5Ds
Well, Tristan
and
comes back for
Zexal.
Gen 4 to
5Ds
travel with Ash and Dawn.
had... 5Ds takes place in, like, a pretty distant future, so I don't think
well,
so.
isn't Zexal is Zexal before
Zexal is even
5Ds?
further in the future.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I don't think that the people would be alive
You
anymore.
know what I want them to do with the show? They should go back to
Huh.
like medieval England
Shit.
and duel with like knights on horseback. That would be fucking badass. Then we could say card games on horseback. That sounds so much cooler than card games.
Card
on
There
games
have
on
horseback.
been
horseback.
themed fights that are similar to that, but not the main
Yeah, but there should
setting
be like a
being
whole
that.
show like questing for the holy card. Except the Holy Grail card, the one where you flip a coin and whoever gets the heads draws a card.
Oh, that's pretty good.
that's
I mean,
the
Cup of
Holy
Ace
card.
is named Holy Grail in Japan, I think. So
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Also love the 2 o'clock cock block.
Oh well, you know. Next time I lose all my lives.
yeah.
What level you on?
2 of 2 lives left also.
No.
So I'll probably die soon.
Is that what you just do every single day?
For the past few days, yeah. I mean, I check like the ancient fruit and the wine and stuff, and I do the animals
Yeah.
because it opens at noon, so I have a while.
I had a person come into my chat named a true Anubis. They said re and left.
I
That
mean,
they're not in my chat anymore, to my knowledge.
maybe they were listening, and then we said something, and then they said re, and then
I guess.
Probably
All I know is
spoilers
that
by
now I'm
Yu-Gi-Oh.
looking over and I'm seeing Anubis, and I keep thinking of the
Yu-Gi-Oh.
shitty... No, I keep thinking of Anubis 2, the shitty like shovelware game. It's basically Ninja Breadman reskin, except that
Oh,
it
okay.
happened before Ninja Breadman. It was the first of those ones. I believe Anubis 2 is the first of the ones that got, that had that same gameplay, and then like Ninja Breadman came out, and then Myth Makers, I think. But
Mhm.
can't forget about something to do with Rock and Roll Land. I don't
That
know.
money.
Hell
should
yeah.
we have a baby Zuper? Yeah, we should.
We're getting pretty close, guys, to that warp staff that only one of
Isn't
us
that-
gets.
Is that 1 billion? I thought it was 10.
200.
No, it is
million.
1. Oh, it's 2.
200,000. Or, yeah,
200,000.
2 million.
2 million. No, absolutely. If there's 200,000, we'd all have it.
Yeah.
I'm saying closer as a matter of course.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't know.
Every time I get more copper, I can turn them into more crab pots.
If you consider bonds between times canon, then there's cameos.
Well,
5Ds and GX.
no, I don't think that counts as being 5Ds and GX.
To be fair, GX has a lot of cameos to the original series because it's a follow-up series, but
Yeah.
after GX, you don't see that anymore. It just doesn't.
I don't know. I guess I kind of prefer the tone of the original to where they went, like with the tone.
Not even seen the other one.
I've seen GX and I've seen a decent portion of 5Ds.
I'm
I
kissing
don't really
my
know what's
statue
so
again.
different about the tone of the first one compared to the other ones, besides the fact that
don't
they
know,
cheat
just-
more often.
Well, that's true, but I don't know. It just feels different. I don't know how to put it into words. Like it's
It's
not
a
even
very
like a.
weird show. I'll admit.
It's not even like I have a thing where it's like, oh, it was better when I was a kid, because I was still a kid when I watched GX.
All I know is I started it. The first one I watched was GX. I don't think GX. I'm not sure if I like GX better, the original series, but I know I like 5Ds better than both of them. And I know that Zexal is probably the worst one.
It might be a plot thing, maybe. Maybe like the plot of the first one better. I don't know. Even though the plot makes not a lot of sense. Yeah, well.
That's what I felt. That's what I kind of didn't like about the first one. Was that the plot just was really incoherent and stupid.
And maybe I also preferred the characters. I really don't know. Honestly.
The characters that are bred? I doubt it.
I don't know. I like the characters from the first series.
Yeah.
They were fun. They were iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they never dueled or did anything, really.
The only ones I remember from GX are Jaden and Chaz. That's
I
really
remember
all
the
I
kid
can
with the
think of.
glasses because he was such a fucking loser.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, you
That's
can
basically
remember
just a different Yugi.
Cyrus.
Yeah, Cyrus.
Cyrus, that's his name.
What a dork.
He is kind of Yugi, except that I question. I was about to make an argument that I'm not even sure if it's true. I was like about to say, except that he has a very, very slightly, potentially better deck than regular Yugi, not, Yama Yugi.
Yeah.
But that's arguable because he uses Viacroids, and I don't know.
I mean, every time I use Viacroids, I kick your ass.
Well, that's okay. So it happens in Duel Links too, because Viacroids are in Duel Links. It's just my cursed fate with that deck because my opponent always draws the cards to make Jumbo Drill Submarine Fuck Machine first turn.
He's so good.
All right, so I get it, Zuper. It's not that the deck is good. You just always lose to it. It's different.
Basically. Yeah. I mean, it's funny because let's see here. A deck that I use that everybody loses to, but it is not good, is Morphtronics. I have never lost with Morphtronics. Well, cell phone's the only good one.
This fucking quarry.
I mean, you're really afraid of skateboarding because skateboarding lets me attack you directly, but that's like how I always win is I skateboard and use 2 Radions to make my my guys really strong. Speaking of battery men I always win with too, but they're actually somewhat good.
Bullshit. Because they have such a good
they're actually
field
considered pretty good. Actually, no, the field clear isn't even like that's not even something that people run really is short circuit. It's okay, but you will never see it run 3 copies of. It's maybe a 2 of, depending on your build.
Can you imagine what a shit show Hearthstone would be if you could run 3 copies of most cards? Oh,
What's the limit?
2. Legendaries have 1.
Oof.
Well, I mean,
is there any cards where they're
different.
specifically like that's limited to 1?
No, just legendaries.
Really?
I mean, it's also worth noting that Hearthstone has double the deck size of Yu-Gi-Oh! So.
Yeah.
Is 80 the deck size?
Wait. No? That's not.
Or no, sorry, opposite.
Yeah,
Hearthstone has half the deck size.
For a second there, I'm like, wait, what? That would actually be kind of cool
that's-
because it would force you to use 40 different cards at least.
No, actually, I'm 99% sure in Hearthstone, if you play cards that add cards to your deck, the actual cap is 60. You can't have 60 or more than 60 in game. So. But anyways, yeah, you could run 3 Molten Reflections in Exodia Mage. Oh, 3 Sorcerer Apprentice.
I mean, they're good. It would be good, but also, the reason Yu-Gi-Oh! Can get away with it is you have more cards in your deck, so you're less likely to draw those cards.
I mean, even if they raise the deck size, it's still the way Hearthstone works. It just would not be good.
I also think it's easier to draw things in Hearthstone.
Yeah, it is. Hearthstone is it's a game about card draw. Hunter is a class that would always be good if it had good card draw, but it doesn't.
It's the same thing with Magic a little bit. Just a little bit. Specifically if you play a blue deck.
By the way, I find it funny, though, that Ross had me like make some magic decks or whatever a while back.
Oh, yeah.
I have like 5 decks that
I have a couple too, I think.
were unused because he never made more to my.
No, I have more. It's just we kind of stopped. We could definitely jump back into that if we get more free time. It's pretty fun. I really need to sit down and look at the cards, though. I don't know the meta as much as I do other games.
Well, yeah, you might even know the Yu-Gi-Oh meta better than the Magic meta.
Probably. Purely for how much we talk about it as compared.
I've never played Magic. I don't even know what like a blue or red.
To be fair, I had never
Mountains
played
and
it either. I can tell you that it's kind of complicated Hearthstone. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I wish there was a desert teleport.
That would be nice.
There is not. But I will try to go for the rest of the day. Actually, Pam leaves pretty early to go to the bar, doesn't she?
I don't know.
Leaves-
Probably at like 5.
Yeah, I think it's 5 that she goes.
Well, I made it. Also, this is some time to attack the trees.
Huh?
There we go. And the second I walk in, the dragon. I'm sure that must have been really annoying for you guys when you first joined.
And yeah, we only had like Obsidian Edge. Zuper had worse than that because the chests were 1 per person.
Oh, I didn't even have like anything remotely good. Like you
Yeah.
had Obsidian Edge, I had like some shit wooden sword. I don't even know.
And the Obsidian Edge wasn't even that great on its own. Like those things, like it took like 8 hits for a serpent.
That's pretty shit. See,
Yeah,
I got
and
the
it's a
root
sword,
splatter
not a
with
dagger,
the obsidian dagger,
so-
so I'm basically just
Obsidian
cruising
dagger.
galaxy dagger, cruising through with 4 hits. It's pretty nice. Should be getting those level 9s sooner or later. Yep, still have level 8s in both. I imagine I get both probably back to back if I just spend all my time in the mines. And I hit every stone that there is.
Oh, if you think that you can get them like one day and then the next day you get the next one.
Well, what I
that's
mean is
not-
back to back is in I'd get both at the same time.
Oh, that's absolutely not happening.
No, I don't mean 9 and then 10. I mean I'll get both combat and mining similar times. Because I'm doing both activities. They're one and together.
Alright, I just did all of the trees in the quarry that were fully grown. I got 1.5 stacks out of it.
Oof.
Did you take your screenshot first?
I did.
I would have used a mega bomb for that. Would that even worked?
It would
I-
not.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I'll reset that.
And here comes the drag. Here
I'll
comes
plant a
the
bunch more trees
grizz.
tomorrow. Because I got 100 pine cones.
Can we have Grizz Simulator? I want to be the Grizz.
Grizz? I
The
forget what
Grizz.
Grizz. I forget what Grizz is.
Well, first, he's just somebody you need to know is coming.
I know I've heard the name, but
This is from Sly Cooper.
oh, I never played Sly Cooper.
I mean, you might
reference him.
know Riz from like Splatoon or something.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
It's a
Wrong
different
Riz.
Riz.
I mean, I figured, but
An equally pretty cool Grizz, but not the same.
You got the Grizz in Sly Cooper is a black bear that wears a tracksuit and a crown, and he literally runs around saying, "Here comes the Grizz."
I think I've seen a picture.
You
of
sure
it
have.
before.
I think it was Jaden who tried to use him in E-Rum's campaign, and we all called him out for it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was May. I don't remember.
What even was that? That was disgusting. There was like a jump in Junimo Kart where if you jumped, you died, but if you didn't, you were... Or like, if you jumped, you were guaranteed to hit a blockade. If you didn't, you were gonna fall. There was no way around
It's pretty good.
death. It's just disgusting.
I can't wait to try Junimo Kart. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh,
Fun
it's
is a
fun.
word.
Fun is not the word I would use, but it is a word, yes. Correct. I find more often than not, the first level is the one that fucks me up, because the second level's easier than the first level in my eyes. And then the third level usually kills me then, but...
Hey, look, some amethysts. Those are rare.
Wow.
Better watch out, Ethan. I have a rare gift your Rife might happen to like.
Ooh.
Rife?
Yeah, your
My
Rife.
Rife. My Rife.
Get a Rife. Apparently Omni Geos are super common. Was it a 4% chance of getting
1 out of 250 for
Okay.
Omni Geode. The 4% chance is from an Iridium node.
yeah.
Oh boy, I'm getting a Shane cutscene. I actually would read it, but I do not have time.
Which one?
It's at the bridge.
Ah, okay, that's just a
Yeah.
standard one.
Mm.
I've gotten pretty lucky. Haven't got any mummy floors lately.
Mm.
Those are just bad for experience and time.
Yeah.
What, you don't want to kill mummies for, you know, like
No reason.
3 hours in game? It's great. It's my favorite.
And that was the sound
If
of
I
it.
were ever to venture to floor 100, I would like just be prepared to anytime I see a floor with mummies on, just be like, alright, staircase.
Yeah. By the way, I think the reason that it said I didn't use any staircases was probably because I didn't craft any while I was down there. I used some, but they were all ones I already made, which I guess makes a little sense, but I don't know.
I feel like it would be easier to check for using the item rather than crafting it. In
Yeah.
terms of like from the programming side of things. So it's weird.
I don't know. It's
Oh.
the only thing I can think of that would make sense. So
It's probably just because you're playing multiplayer. Doesn't count for you.
it
Counts. See how many
might.
staircases I've used. Like, oh, this idiot hasn't used any staircases.
To be
Well-
fair, it wouldn't have been that hard to do it without staircases. I just like I had plenty of time afterwards, I think.
Here's what's gonna happen with Ross. Ross will try to venture to floor 100. He won't use any staircases. He'll do it perfect. And it will say, Ah, but you use staircases. Why? Ah, because your friends use staircases and it counted against you. What? Why?
If your friends got to the floor 100 using staircases, would you do it too? No, actually I didn't. In fact, that's exactly what I didn't do. That's what I thought. Alright, well, that's the end of that day. Level up, level up, level up. And fuck off.
The chicken statue like looked like a weird amulet, and I was like, "What the hell's that?"
Yeah, that was a little bit weird. Oh good, my kid's behind the chair again. Exactly where he should be. After mining, I must say, it's very easy to deposit all my items since they all almost go exclusively in one chest. Makes it very easy.
Yeah, actually. Oh, with cranberries, you're done.
Winter's just around the corner. We need to double check our heating system. Yeah, now that we have 2 young, vulnerable kids, I guess so.
Just put a heater in their room. And they count as farm animals, right?
What they do? You should buy an auto feeder for them too.
Yeah, an auto grabber.
So my wife always says sometimes that she got up early to feed the kids.
I would appreciate it if the auto grabber worked, but all it did was it grabbed your child and placed it in front of it. Like, it could not leave that spot. That would be, excellent.
I don't know if that's better or worse than just using a fence. Like,
It doesn't work. I tried
Probably
to fence
worse.
oh, the fence doesn't work?
I think they removed that. It
Oh,
teleports out.
That's lame.
I did try to fence in my kid. Look, I'm
It
not-
doesn't work anymore. I tried.
Yeah, I know. I did. I tried.
I mean, I don't care, do you?
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, I didn't try.
I mean,
Well,
that's
at
fair.
least you're honest.
Yeah.
I was like, haha, I'll fence off my baby's room, then they can never leave. No, just left anyway. I was
He
like,
took
oh,
one
that
look
was
at
a
that and was like,
short-lived plan.
we're gonna get shit on if we do something like this.
Well, I mean,
It was a very short-lived plan, unfortunately.
Back to the desert, away.
Ah, Pam, the Destroyer, I see you are here.
Are you ready, Zuper?
Sure.
for what?
Coffee?
No.
We probably just
Stop.
both gave her coffee.
I love how she plows through the flamingos every day. Like, I'm shocked that they're still there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they're like rubber flamingos, and every time she drives over them, they hit the ground and then rebound back like a punching
Oh,
bag.
yeah, that makes the most sense.
Just classic Skull Caverns flamingo, though. I'll kill this guy and I'll move on to the next floor. Okay, no, I'm just gonna leave.
Everything's just
Really?
attacking immediately. What the fuck?
It was like, oh god, the next floor is absolutely not better. What is this?
The gods are marginally, ultimately, somewhat displeased today.
fuck's sake. So, I mean, look, I don't struggle when it's just a couple dragon fuckwads,
Yeah.
but the first floor had 4 of them.
Ooh.
The second floor had 3 of them.
I'm guessing it's probably because there's 2 of us here.
No, it didn't do that when it was just me and Ethan. So I think
Well, now that the server host plus a multiplayer character is here. Also, there are 3 stairs right next to each other.
yeah, that can happen.
Actually, it's more like 2 and then another one over there, but... I'm gonna stick on this floor for a little bit longer, kill some things.
Yeah.
Remove any and all rocks, and that's the 7 dragon spawning. Hello.
You don't want to remove all rocks. Just get the ore. Really.
I mean, stone's also good, so I can have those staircases to cheat.
That's true, but
Except my name's
Honestly-
not Ethan, so I can't get away with it.
Also, it's probably better just to buy a ton of mega bombs and wait for a lucky day.
Yep.
why is it that everything seems to drop dark essence, but nothing seems to drop light essence?
Because you're in the skull cavern.
Actually, in Skull Caverns, the iridium bats that you see on later levels drop solar.
Well, yeah, I know, but like in
They probably
general,
need it so they can see.
any enemy I kill that can drop both, they always drop dark and never light.
Well, I think all the enemies you fight in Skull Caverns, other than the bats, I think they're guaranteed to drop dark. Only in the mines do some drop dark, and those
Well,
same
yeah,
ones
but
also
like
drop light.
in the mines, even if I'm like going out of my way to get light essence, I cannot get it.
I mean, lead essence is
I
really
don't
easy
care.
to get.
I don't care that much, but I just want 50 light essence so I can make like the iridium band.
Oh,
That thing is, because it's just a straight upgrade to the glow ring.
is it?
It is. It does the glow ring effect plus some.
I mean, I don't find darkness to be an issue, though, so I don't
No,
see the
but
upgrade.
okay, so it does the glow ring effect, plus it increases your attack damage by 10%, and it's also maybe partially magnet ring? I'm not sure.
Hmm. Okay.
I mean, magnet rings just seem annoying to me. I'm happy with my
It
crit
is
chance.
glows, attracts items, and increases attack damage by 10%.
Okay.
We left all this perfectly unhit dirt, Zuper. Look at all the cave carrots I'm gonna get from this.
Oh god, you actually break all that dirt? That's
Yeah. Well, not all
That's
of
a-
it, but
a lot of energy to use.
doesn't take that much energy, especially when you have a super hoe. And cave carrots are
I
really
mean,
useful.
the actual quality of your hoe doesn't particularly affect the energy used, it just affects the rate at which things
I'm pretty sure it still only counts as one swing.
Yeah.
No, it does not. I've actually looked at the thing, and it charges you the full cost of everything that
Nope.
you did.
Just charge me 1 for doing.
The wiki claims that, in fact, if you do the higher things, it costs the same as if you did it individually.
Well, just did it. That's a lie. Wiki lied.
Could have been a change in the beta.
Yeah.
I think that's a weird change to make, though.
I agree, but it's either that or the wiki was just wrong. If, Ross isn't lying, which I doubt.
I mean, I have video proof now. That's going to get uploaded several months from now.
Hooray.
So you can check and be like, ha, finally, now I can confirm. It's going to be bothering me
Alright,
for months, I apologize.
Super, I got the classic wooden roadblock at the end of a rail and then a jump that you can't make because it's there.
Gotta love them.
It's on level 1, so it's not a big deal, but it's still so stupid.
How soon do you think you would have won if they randomly generated them? Or not randomly generated them?
I mean, assuming if it was the same course all the time.
Yeah, but
then
it was like
I
extra hard and plenty of matchstick jumps.
I don't know. I think by now I would have got it then if it was like if I knew what I was getting into every single time. I'd get used to it. I would know like when I could strategically lose a life, and when I, when that doesn't actually help at all. Because sometimes you lose a life at the right moment, and it actually helps you get past like a really annoying part.
I just want that to be a strat in real life.
Just kill me.
Strategic killing yourself.
I mean, some people do.
That's
That's
actually
kind
not
of
a lie.
what suicide is strategic killing yourself. That's
Yeah, but I just want someone to call it that.
Oh, okay. I mean, maybe Hitler did?
No.
Or depending on what theories you subscribe to, he acted like he did and then went to South America. I don't know. But what I do know is that it was probably a really good time to die.
Probably. Number 15, Hitler's death.
Man,
The best way
that
to
joke would be not relevant even if this got uploaded like tonight. And also we're streaming, but it
Where have
doesn't
I
count.
seen the number 15 joke recently?
I mean, I don't know. Danger Dolan does that all. I think that was. It might have even. Nah, it wouldn't have been. He wouldn't have done the foot fun gas, but he does say number 15 like that.
Mm.
There's a lot of dragons that suddenly spawn for no reason. Usually they're a lot nicer with the dragons with me. Usually because they know the dragons don't mean much to a guy with a dagger. Come on. The most annoying
Wow.
part of the dragons, in my opinion, is not the damage they deal. It's just that they take forever to get to you. They like do little circles. I'm like, stop it. Just go over here and start
That's
attacking.
random. I mean, that's nice when you don't have a galaxy weapon and you want to just find a staircase really fast, but
But it really isn't, because then they can all of a sudden zoom in. It's like they know.
you get time to like eat food or find a staircase or make a staircase. When you have a galaxy weapon, you just want them to die. But when you don't, you're like, please God, never touch me, ever.
Well, the advantage of the hammer is that it doesn't matter if they're doing their stupid loop-de-loop around you because AoE right-click hits them anyway.
And the sword has pretty decent range as well compared to like the dagger. But
The dagger is... That's the only weapon that it would be a problem with, actually.
Yeah.
Them doing their stupid...
I mean, sometimes they like fly like away from you and don't.
Yeah, that's what
come
I'm saying.
back.
They like fly away and do like little circles on the walls. That shit is the worst.
Yeah, I can hit them through walls, so it's not too big a deal.
I mean, you can't compare it to my ability to kill slime super fast.
Oh no, I can absolutely destroy slimes like it's a joke, actually. Slimes are like the easiest thing.
Boop.
You know, another thing I don't like about this game is that there's like a lighting texture on all of the support beams for the rails, but like the lighting moves with the elevation, so it doesn't really make sense to be lighting if, you know, the rails at a different height have the same brightness as the rails, you know, higher up.
Thinking emoji.
I'm getting mining music now. Cool.
I
I
wonder
swear,
why.
I'm sure not. I'm getting cave ambient sounds.
I'm getting mining music.
Granted, it's not like the same mining music as normal, but it is a mining music, so.
Do you
That's
think the
mining music.
randomization in the skull caverns is decided when the day starts or when the first person touches the floor?
That's
I mean,
really sad.
Probably when the first
Uh,
person gets there.
What the?
That makes sense.
What the fuck is this floor?
Huh.
The staircase was literally on the on the ladder.
Oh, that was an enemy infested forest.
Yeah,
I
it sure
dealt with
was. I
that
didn't get to
while
hit a
ago.
single enemy.
Well, yeah, but that's because I got rid of them. That's how enemy infested forests work. You got to kill all the enemies on the floor, then the ladder.
Then they
appears.
placed the staircase like literally in front of the ladder.
That's what they do. Yes.
That's really annoying.
Fuck. It's on level 3 and I died. Okay.
I guess this means you've been here and you've killed all the monsters. Oh, there's a hole.
I mean, yeah, but we probably will go to different forests because I've gotten a few random holes, and you'll get holes in different places.
They might have fixed that though.
7 levels.
Yeah, but even then, if you go through the same hole, you'll go a different amount of levels. So
How
mean,
many
do
did you
we-
go?
at that one, I don't know, maybe like 3.
Yeah, 7, so I guess I'm somewhere different.
Okay.
Well, I might have been at that 4. It's just I didn't get to skip right to it.
Yep. I just hope there's monsters wherever it is. Oh, there's a torch here. It was probably you.
No, I don't place torches.
Yeah, there's some torches that should generate.
I don't see the point of placing torches in Skull Caverns, especially. It's not dark.
Yeah. I don't see the point of placing torches really in general. Unless it's like
I
an
mean-
actual overworld.
Yeah.
If you don't have the glow ring, it can be pretty annoying in certain
Well,
areas.
yeah.
The original mine, but
But even then, the monsters didn't do enough damage to really make it matter that much.
oh, it's not the monsters. It's the fact that you cannot see. It is impossible to see if you don't have any form of light on some floors. But it's impossible for me to see when it gets that dark.
No, I can't really either.
Mummy floor, fuck it, I'm going down the hole. 5 levels.
Fake iridium ore. Still drops iridium though, so whatever.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the 4% prismatic chance. It does have the, the one that every monster has, but
I
yeah,
mean-
those and the iridium bats are new in this beta, by the way.
Oh, wait a minute, I just realized. Oops, I fucked up.
What?
I forgot I didn't have another home warp. I was gonna make one.
Ooh, what
Oh.
time is it?
1.
Well, you could probably get pretty close.
Actually, if I pop the coffee... Nah, there's no way. I'd have to take the bus back.
Well, I did have a home warp, so
Get
Maybe
fucked.
I can just barely clench it out. Come on, get me out of the... No, there's no way. Come on, Pam.
come on, Dan. Who's
Pam.
Dan?
No, he's talking about family or not Family Feud. What's it called? I don't know. It's
Farm at
the
least.
one show where they go, "Come on down." Forget which one it was.
Well, I just barely made it back to bed, so
Well, I'm almost out of lives, so unless I beat this level,
back to menu.
Back to menu. Yeah, I need to make some home warps. That would actually be very smart. Guess
or
my
if you
kid's
get a
not
bunch
sleeping
of
tonight.
casino coins, you can just get them from there.
Yeah.
It is kind of slow though. Like, yeah, 500 isn't that much to spend, but it also does take a little bit of time to build up. Nonetheless.
Also, I did make it to level 2, so it will be a little longer. At least.
Yeah, I consistently find that the home warp totems perfectly easy to make. It costs too much fiber.
Fiber's
Fiber
not
goes
that annoying.
Fiber, like, it's easy enough to get now that we have the bug layer, but you gotta wait a few days before going there again.
Yeah, but you get a decent amount of fiber.
I only get like 80, so it's only enough for like 4.
Well,
that's all you need.
Well, I mean, that's not like that bad.
Yeah, but I like to have a big stockpile of things.
I
so
mean,
I don't
I
have to make them for a while.
I mean, I guess, but it is still efficient because you could use all 4 and then go back to the bug layer, and it would have regenerated by then.
Look at that. The
Did you
amaranth.
save some of your amaranth?
I did, yeah.
Okay. We need to give that shit to Marnie.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't get another level up. Fuck me. That
That's
shit
the way
is
it be do.
slow.
What, did you think you were just gonna get one? Nah, doesn't
I
happen.
mean, I was hopeful.
It is my inventory right now.
Damn, my kid's watching TV. It's like right in front of it.
There's another life elixir. Hello, wife. Here, take a coconut. Maybe a big kid like you can get a coconut one day.
Oh, whoops.
That just works. Fuck it. That's not fair. How come my wife can walk through my kid that easily?
Who knows?
Is that one of those skills you learn from dealing with kids all day?
Probably.
She probably doesn't really have that much of a hitbox.
That's also true. She blocks me, though.
Oh, whoops. I assumed what's it called? A message with a gift in it. I assumed it was just a Joja Corp thing, so I didn't take the gift because I just closed it instantly.
You can just
looks like
deny gifts.
Yeah, if you don't take it.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think it was a fish, but whatever.
I want to deny somebody sending me a recipe for food.
Yeah, that'd suck.
Just like rip it up. Ah man, I didn't want that. That's the great thing about the luau though. The luau happens and then you're guaranteed to get like 2 or 3 recipes minimum.
Yeah.
So we got that town fair coming up in a week.
Yeah,
Where's
we
the angler at again? Like
go
the
to
wooden
where wooden bridge next to Joja Mart.
Next to Joja?
Well, a little north of Joja.
Okay, north of Joja. Okay.
Yeah. And then fish directly up or down from the middle of the bridge. Weird place for an anglerfish, though. Considering anglerfish only live in, the deep sea.
Yeah. Extremely fucking easy, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, right as I said that, I started jumping around, but I'm not gonna lose it.
I love that the little, dragon things are, weirdly... When Ross isn't around, they seem to have broken AI, and it's kind of amazing. Because they'll just stand inside the wall, shaking themselves at me. They're like, I'm not gonna come at you. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Just you wait. It'll happen.
One day.
Seriously though,
Look
it's
how
been
thin
over
there's
30
an elf
seconds
with a
and he hasn't
bazooka
left
behind you.
the wall yet.
Alright. That should be another crab pot. I can go shove those at the beach.
Are you uncertain about the fact that it is another crab pot? It should be.
Well, I'm just simply announcing the fact of what it is. For you people listening back home.
Oh, of course.
For the people that are podcast listening.
Yeah, and also the bots in our streams.
It's true.
And Sam, who is probably still watching Konosuba, but the stream is still open for him.
The door is always open after all.
Well, that is a good thing to do, is leave the stream open. It helps.
Hell yeah, helps us.
Yeah.
If only the bots fucking counted.
Well, you can get bots that count, but
Well,
then
I don't want to.
if you do that, then Twitch might suspend.
Well,
your
also,
channel.
I mean, like, look, I don't want to be the one to do it. If someone else does it, and it's not my fault, then there you go. But if it's my fault, then not only is it gonna get me banned, but it's just bad in principle, you know? I gotta keep my ideals.
It wouldn't. By the way, I might just randomly stream just for the sake of unlocking the ability to get what is that? Fucking the thing? I don't know.
Emails?
The thing that lets you monetize your Twitch, even though I wouldn't monetize
Affiliate?
it. Affiliate, yeah.
I think you also have to have, like, a, average view count of something. I don't know what that is.
It didn't say so. I looked at the page for it. It just said
I mean,
you have to
maybe
meet those 4 checkpoints.
He might have already hit the view count average that it's looking for, but
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know that it requires you a minimum of 50 followers, but that's not too difficult.
Yeah, I already have a bunch from when I used to
Yeah,
speedrun
I already
Undertale.
I already got that follower count as well.
Which honestly, I might speedrun Undertale again, just because that, like, even if the game is irrelevant, even if I don't even get any views from it, it's still like fun to speedrun that game. It really is.
What was your PB?
Oh, neutral was like, I don't know, only like an hour and a half, which isn't bad. It's not close to the world record, but for like,
What was
you know,
world
someone
record?
a world record for neutral, that's like 40 or something.
Oof.
But I mean, for
probably
someone
heavily
who didn't do it a
contested game.
lot, you know. Well, also it's mainly the punch card, right? That's what gets you. Now, if you're talking about neutral glitchless, then what you do for that is you do a genocide run, so you can skip a bunch of cutscenes, and then you abort the genocide run. That's
makes
legitimately what glitchless's strategy
Do you abort
is.
it like the second you get to,
I think it's in Waterfall.
yeah, that's where I imagine it would be aborted.
I found a floor where slimes can actually be a problem. It's a floor where they packed like 100 purple slimes onto it. And then they made it a floor where you have to kill all of them before you... Yay. It's a ton of XP though, so I guess I can't complain.
Yeah. I mean, I would if I was, you know, if I was there because I'm level 10, but...
To be fair, it wasn't exactly 100 slimes, but they packed like...
It was a
I don't know,
ton,
like-
though.
It was like 10 of those big slimes that then split into smaller slimes. So
Right.
it ended up being a lot. Also, like 5 dragons were on the floor, but
Good shit.
those went away pretty quick.
Mhm.
This is actually really annoying. I'm now trying to catch something in the bug lair. It won't
Getting
piss
this,
off.
trying to get the slime jack. It's not a hard fish to catch. It's just getting attacked.
Yeah.
I'm fishing behind rocks, so at least the bugs don't get me. But the flies
Fuck.
will.
Well, the bugs are easy. Just kill them. They respawn off screen. The flies are the only thing that comes at you. Because
I'm
if,
curious.
if the bugs are off screen long enough, then they turn into flies and come at you.
Is this the only fish you can catch here?
You get carp and slime jack.
Okay, that is the slime jack. Good. As long as I have one, I don't care. Have it for the thing.
Yeah. Master Angler.
I mean, it's really not a. It's not like an achievement to catch a slime jack, really, but
It's an achievement to catch all the fish.
it is. I think it would have been cool if they had a legendary fish in that area, though. Just
Yeah. There's
The
also
legendary slime jack.
also the area like the witch's hut is at. If you fish there, you can get a void salmon.
Ooh. Speaking of which, how many fish do I need? I didn't think I need too many left.
so I haven't fished a lot.
Yeah,
in every
1, 2,
season.
3,
I think I
4,
have
5, 6. 6 fish left. One of them is the night
Oh, it's
fish.
actually not that bad.
Nope, I'm doing pretty good actually.
I have every forageable except for 3 of them. Looks like.
I have every forageable except for 2 of them.
It's
Missing a
interesting.
bunch of the artifacts.
It's interesting how many achievements I have as well. Like, there's actually not even that many left. to
No,
get.
they're all annoying ones though. Like the sous chef, I could do 25 different recipes. That's not too bad. Museum collection,
There's
we're
one-
pretty close. Craft every item is just a fucking joke. Ship every
Well-
item is even worse.
Actually, ship every item. I looked it up. That's only the stuff in the first tab.
Ah, really?
Yeah. So it's not like literally everything that is an item. It's just everything in that first tab.
Hmm.
Oh my
Weird.
god damn it. On my last life of level 3, it spawned me at the fucking edge of a rail. Nothing I could do. I like spam clicked and I didn't even get a jump. Not even a little one.
It's actually funny because items shipped. All right, so I've shipped every item except for an ancient fruit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what flower that is, and oddly enough, the fairy rose. I've never shipped one of.
It might be a tulip that you haven't.
No, it looks like the fairy rose. Oh
Jesus
wait,
Christ.
okay,
The other one.
No,
Yeah.
I bet you're not
Probably
so angry
not.
when I tried to ship that fairy rose for you. Jeez.
I mean, it's that I keep forgetting to ship the fairy rose at the end of the season. But it claims I've shipped literally every other item than those 3 things. All of which are flowers. Oh no, ancient fruit as well, but
Yeah.
I could get that to happen anytime I wanted.
Right. So those are the only 3 you're missing?
Apparently.
Then I think that's server wide because
Probably.
those are the only 3 I'm missing. And like, for example, I got a cherry tree in the greenhouse and I don't think that you've harvested it.
Yeah,
But-
probably not. And even if I did, I probably would have turned it into jelly or something.
Yeah. So that's probably a server wide thing.
Hmm.
I don't think the fish are, but that is.
Yep, I was able to make 3 home warps. Which will be plenty. You know, I could probably also keep like one of these other warps. Like the mountains warp would also suffice.
Well,
I mean,
it gets
it
you
gets you-
home.
Yeah, it gets you.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, mountain wood is that's even easier.
Yeah, the farm one's the hardest, I think.
Just because the fiber requires more.
That's
Well,
not
I mean,
true. I
the
think,
point- the
the mountain
reasons-
one is more obnoxious.
No,
I
it
mean, what's
isn't.
the recipe for that one?
Iron bar, hardwood, and
Oh no,
stone.
sorry, the rain totem. Sorry.
Well, yeah,
oh, well,
the rain
that's not a
totem.
warp totem.
That's not a warp
Yeah.
totem, yeah. But like, that is a really disgusting recipe that thing has.
I think you get 5, though. I could be wrong.
When are you crafting it and you need 5 of it?
I mean, I think it's just because it's hard to make. I could be wrong, but I know there's some things, obviously, that you get multiple of. It makes sense for the rain totem. Because rain isn't even that fucking helpful. Like,
I mean,
Who had time to make it to your house?
even in the early game,
I get it.
it's
but I
not
need to
you're not
make
making a rain totem. So
I'm here to make sure you have a 3rd kid, Ross.
That's the good luck charm. Unfortunately, I already have a kid in my pen right now, so I can't push him out. Can't have any milk children, or whatever the hell they're called.
You'll be the first instance of a
Brothers.
3rd kid because you seem to really like getting cucked
wow.
I
for some
mean,
reason.
that's what it must be.
Or your wife
must be
just isn't
devastated.
interested in you. I don't know.
Or both.
poor wife.
No, my wife seems to be
Dry as a
alright, because
hammock.
she has kids with me, so. I just had another kid with her 2 nights ago, I think. She asked to have a baby, so.
Mine probably would if I ever, you know, didn't pass out in the arcade.
Super just don't like paying those healthcare, child protect services.
No need to scream, Rooster, jeez.
I need a better food for the caverns. Roots platter's nice, but I could probably do better. Or I could just make more roots platters. That's another alternative. Yeah, easy peasy. Except I need more winter root. Which I should have a shitload of lying around. Oh, yeah. I guess I should probably stick with the roots platter, at least for damage dealing, but then have a better food for just keeping health. None of these really fit that bill, though. The cauliflower does. That'll do. Rhubarb pie, too, but that's a little bit harder to make.
Ooh, I got a new museum thing. Finally.
Yeah, seriously, it's been forever. How many are we missing? Like 3?
I don't know. There's no way you can check with like this tool online where you upload your save file and it just like tells you everything.
Is that
Oh,
a
new
joke or
reward.
you're just saying?
I'm not kidding.
Hmm.
I mean, because I'm here, I'll just look at our museum and then look at like the wiki full collection one and count. I'll count. Let's see.
Oh, looks like the Junimos got busy. It is a whole family of supers.
We are missing 5, it looks like. I kind of want to see what those are. Just to make it a little easier.
You're gonna have to count each one individually.
I mean...
So enjoy that. That's gonna take you a while.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't have anything better to do, really. I mean, I have stuff I want to do, but like...
Junimo cart.
Yeah, but it's not urgent, so...
I can just make you guys wait later to make up for it.
Hmm...
I mean, basically.
Very entertaining stream, I bet.
Well, you know, nobody's watching anyway.
You're right. You're not wrong.
The beat goes on. Good. Oh, this Dunamo's standing here. What do you want? Employee rights? Huh. That's a good one.
Okay, so we're missing that. Looks like a fossilized fern.
If anyone wants sugar, we have a mass amount now.
Okay.
You could almost call it a mass attack.
Palm fossil. Okay, so we need a palm fossil. I did not know Sam worked at the museum.
Mm. No, with where my TV is, I never check it for Queen of the Sauce reruns anymore.
Really?
No.
I always do.
Jody. Do I have Jody maxed? I do not. That would be a good birthday to catch tomorrow. Don't let me forget.
Uh-huh.
Totally gonna forget.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh. So we're missing...
And there's the cave music.
Looks like there's another spoon that we don't have. There's 2 different spoons you get.
Oh. I wish I knew that. I probably threw it away by now.
It's the prehistoric tool. I don't think we have.
I may or
I'm
may not
blind.
have found it. That's one of
I
those
mean,
things where it
that's
could have been like,
Fine.
we already have it.
It's not a big deal. So that makes up for 3. No, I said we're missing 5, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's 5. Not gonna move out of your way, Sam. I'm thinking about artifacts. Okay, that's something we're missing. I'm like 99% sure I threw out. You know what though? You can thank the bug that didn't actually tell you what you already had or not when you hovered over it.
I mean, I'm sure I've definitely thrown away something that could have gone to the museum.
Yeah.
There's a lot of items that are just similar to one another, so you go, oh, I did that.
Yeah.
I think there's like 3 or 4 separate sword items.
I'll have to also search my chest for these. But... Actually, according to the ones that I noted we didn't have, that's 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, I am wrong about one that I think we don't have. We don't have that. Don't have that. I mean, I also just could have miscounted.
Elliot.
Okay.
I wonder if he's named because of T.S. Eliot. Oh, he's selling a shad today. I don't know if I've ever caught a shad. I'm gonna buy it just in case. I don't know if that counts.
I mean, you didn't catch it, so I don't think it would, but...
No. Oh, no, I already had a shad. Yeah, I've caught 5 of them.
Yeah, okay, I think it just miscounted.
I know I've caught a shad before, but... I think those are at the mountain lake.
Yeah, the bug layer already respawned with,
Well, it respawns some of them, but it doesn't fully restock.
yeah, good enough. Restock's enough where the trip is still worth it. At least somewhat.
Yeah, so try and hit any worms you see, just in case.
Hit any what?
Worms,
Why?
because we want to finish the museum.
Why do worms have a chance to drop something?
No, not grubs, like the worms in the ground.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are the 5 items we need?
I think it's 6. I might have one in chest or 2, but skeletal tail, palm fossil.
Oh, I've seen the skeletal tail. I know I've seen that.
Skeletal tail, we asked the last session, did anybody donate that? I said, I don't know what that is, but Ethan said, I know I've donated that one.
He sure
Nice.
did.
Prehistoric rib, prehistoric tibia, chipped amphora, prehistoric tool. A lot of prehistoric stuff.
I probably tossed one of those prehistoric items.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we all have.
I think I might remember the prehistoric rib. I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna check everyone's chests.
I don't usually put that stuff away, but you never know.
You never know. I don't think Ross would either, because he likes to be organized, but like, I know I probably have a few in a chest somewhere.
Well, Russ might have kept some, because he doesn't sell things.
When it comes down to museum items, they're usually one of the first things to go because they don't stack, they don't have rarity, they don't sell for anything.
I mean,
just
you
figured
do have
like
a
95%.
you do have a museum item in this chest. Granted, it's not what we need, but you do have it.
What's it called?
Glass shards.
Okay, well that's about it.
Yeah.
Plus, he probably looks at glass shards and he doesn't, like, he goes, oh, that'll be useful for something.
When I look at glass shards, I'm like, I'm gonna throw you against a computer monitor one of these days.
Nah, I do not have any. Thought I would have.
How many days do we have until we have to show off our stuff?
7.
Okay. Good dog. Sleep right in front of the TV.
Oh, man, it's, yep, puts off some light, so... It's the place where the cool kids hang.
Mm-hmm.
No, you figured if you passed out in front of the deposit chests, Lewis would be the one to find you.
Lewis would deposit you and sell you.
He sells you to Joja Corp, and Joja Corp brings you back to your house for 1,000 gold.
There you go.
Now, how do they deposit the $1,000 from the bill?
No idea.
Do they just have a soul-sucking crane?
Oh yeah. Oh, whoops. Shit.
They have fast-acting "you owe me" birds.
Yeah, that's
My
true.
baby still sleeping? Yes, he is. Living off the land.
That needs to be a mechanic in like every game where you can owe money.
Yeah.
Have fucking Gilbert Gottfried follow you around saying, "You owe me."
That isn't actually Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, it
Well-
isn't. I don't know. It's somebody that sounds like Gilbert Gottfried, but
Probably doing a Gilbert Gottfried impression.
I mean, it's not difficult. A lot of people do it, but nonetheless. Because Gilbert Gottfried hasn't really worked on anything in quite some time.
He does small things here and there.
Well, he can always count on the fact that the next Kingdom Hearts game might have an Aladdin world.
Of course.
Yeah.
He actually really does not like voicing Iago, but it's a job that he can get, so he's like,
Which character is that again?
The
it's the
parrot
parrot.
on
That's
Jafar's
what
shoulder.
that's what I thought, but
He's
been
not
a
the
while.
biggest
It's
fan of
named
the
after
role.
Iago from Othello, William Shakespeare.
ah,
By the way, Iago is one of the best characters in Shakespeare history. He's such a fucking douchebag. I love him. He like makes the book what it is.
I think it's interesting though, because so like on YouTube, you say something controversial like that, you grow. If you're an actual actor though, man, that just fucked him up. So
Well, he
Oh.
said it at a bad time.
what do you
Yeah.
say?
He basically
Yeah.
made fun of earthquake, tsunami victims in Japan.
Ah,
yeah, he cracked a joke about the tsunami right after it happened.
that's not good.
Massive loss of life involves Japan. These are not things you joke about. Was it massive? I think it was pretty sizable loss of life. Nothing like in the tens of millions or like 3,000 or anything like that, but at least like 80, I think, people died. It was pretty bad. It was no Katrina, but it was definitely not something to go throw a joke around 5
Well,
days
you know.
after it happened. But that's Gilbert Gottfried for you.
I mean, he didn't learn a whole lot from it. He still I think it's just because he has nothing to lose at this point. He's still fucked over from doing that, so he doesn't care anymore. He jokes about whatever the fuck he wants because it's not going to affect him anymore.
Yeah.
That's Gilbert Gottfried.
He's just like, I'm just always, like, in his comedy acts, he says that he does not like playing Iago, but he takes the role because Disney seems to like to hire him. It's weird that Disney,
minute.
of all people, would want to
Today's
hire him.
Jody's birthday. Shit. I need to get off
Oh,
this
yeah.
bus and go back to Jody.
It kind of reminds me, in one of the Hollow Knight VODs, Vinny was talking about how, I forget what company it was. I think it was EA, maybe? Like, that he, like, always talks shit about their games when he plays them, but they still send him review codes. Maybe it's Bethesda. It's one of those. I don't fucking know. But anyways.
Yeah.
He talks
uses a
shit
lot
about
of companies
Bethesda a
like
lot,
that.
too.
He talks shit about, like, a lot of game
Yeah.
companies. But he has had some. He sometimes mentions the fact that he's had some pretty bad experiences where he got a free code from people, and then he shit talked their game, and so then they attempted to sue him or something.
Really? No.
For like slander of their product, and it was just like, you sent me a review copy, I reviewed it. If you don't want to send me any more, that's fine. He refuses to mention like which companies these are for obvious reasons. Though.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But there's a whole debacle with that, and he was just like, So then after that, he said every company that ever like asks him, "Hey, can I send you a review copy of this game?" He just immediately says, "Can I shit talk it?"
Yeah.
Because if I can't, I don't want your code.
I'm not gonna lie.
The chance.
If I were a game dev, I would completely be fine with people shit talking my game I gave them for free. Like honestly, it's fucking criticism. I'll take it. Plus, if the game's bad enough, people will buy it because it's bad. So
yeah.
If you got the Bubsy license, the Duke Nukem license,
or it's something that I could fix in like an update. Like honestly, I know that's not the same for like a AAA game, but for like an indie game, you could just update it.
I believe the one that it was an indie developer.
Yeah.
I don't think a AAA company cares that much. If you shit talk their game, they're like, one of many.
Right. I just got a coffee bean from an enemy in the mine.
That happens. It's probably a dust sprite.
Yeah.
1%
Speaking of, I was
chance.
considering watching Spirited Away.
Spirited Away is good.
Because currently my plan for anime to watch is I'm gonna finish Clannad someday, then I'm gonna watch K-On!, then Neon Genesis Evangelion, and then I'm gonna watch all the Studio Ghibli
I'll watch
movies.
Neon Genesis Evangelion with you. I haven't actually seen it.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the
Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've only seen some of it. I didn't get too far in because I was like, this is...
It's all for the ender where they have to resort to crayons.
Yeah, it really, I mean, you're just watching the show to get to the end where they ran out of budget. And
then maybe rewatch it because apparently it's different on rewatch.
Also, of course, you get a couple good scenes, like people die when they're killed, or...
Oh, is that from that?
Yeah. Or the scene where Shinji... He jacks off
I know
over
about this
an
scene.
Unconscious girl.
Yeah, and then he goes, "Oh, I'm so fucked up." It's like, well, then why'd you do it, buddy?
Little things like that's like, yes, Shinji, fucking great protagonist right here.
I mean, it's better than some protagonists.
Better than some protagonists.
I mean, Shinji's like never a character that you really like, though. Because
that means Mr. Pig over there. For me,
he's always a little bitch. Like, he never gets brave or anything. He always, like, whenever he's piloting the mech, he's like, can't someone else do it?
To be fair, I think if I was in that position, I'd also be like, hey, does someone else want to do this shit?
Yeah, but he like gets really good at it too. It's like he couldn't possibly be put in danger, and he doesn't. He still like complains.
Maybe he's trying to do a really bad Han Solo archetype, where he's like, oh, I'm too old for this shit.
Oh yeah, obviously.
What's your first name? Han. What's your last name? I'll have
I'll
one.
have one. Are
you by yourself?
Fucking scene.
Your last name's gonna be Solo.
Yeah, the rest of that movie was actually good, but that scene, that fucking scene. You know, I think the worst part is that he names his son Ben Solo instead of, you know, like in that scenario, just use fucking Leia's last name. Kinda, cause you know it's kind of like the last remaining legacy of her planet that got destroyed. No, just Solo, the name some dude gave you ages ago.
Oh, he liked it.
I mean, to be fair, he at that point he would have had the name for like 40 years, but it still doesn't excuse it. I don't think.
I don't even know.
Oh, I got Dwarf Scroll 2. Wow.
The only thing about Neon Genesis Evangelion I think I enjoyed was
Yeah.
the intro, because the intro is actually...
Well, the intro is bomb, yeah.
But I never finished it. I didn't get that far, so I can't give my full criticism, of course.
Right.
I only watched like 10 episodes, and then
I only watched the first 5 minutes of the first episode.
No, I watched like 10 episodes, and I was just like, this just isn't for me. I don't think.
I saw a
How
little
long-
bit of the abridged
I've never
series.
met a mecha anime I've ever really liked, though.
I think you'll honestly enjoy Frank's. You might not like as much as like I do, or maybe Ross does. I don't know how much Ross likes it, but it
Pretty
has a
alright.
lot of weird things to it, especially like the twist near the end. But honestly, it's still pretty good. Especially
So
the way
far,
they handled
if it
the
doesn't
episode
fuck
after.
up the ending, it can be better than Gurren
Yeah.
Lagann.
Well, I thought it had fucked up the ending, not the most recent episode, but the episode before. But it actually, works. It really works, and it's kind of foreshadowed too, I guess. So, I'll take it. I mean, honestly.
The ad show went from 1 to a billion in like 1 second. I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
going on?
No, but still good.
By the way, we're vampires from the planet Mars. I'm like, fucking spoilers.
Well,
They're not actually vampires,
or from the planet Mars.
but basically, it's that level of insanity. Just random plot reveal.
Yeah.
So, plot level of, say,
Gynax.
head getting shot off. Is she still alive? Kind of plot.
Well,
kinda
technically, because from the end of the movie, all of a sudden, it's just like, hey, by the way, you're the aliens. It's like that level of plot reveal, except
Yeah.
explained.
It's like the ending to Gynax. So.
Although, to
I mean,
be
I'd
fair,
actually
most mech animes do this. Why is this a
Yeah,
thing?
let's-
Gurren
I don't
Lagann did the same thing.
They
I
also.
don't think that it would
They also
probably
kind of
be
did
like
a
that.
similar plot twist. They did like a carbon copy of a plot twist in Neon Genesis. That I was already
Wasn't there
spoiled
that
about.
recent show where it was just a perfectly normal slice of life? Then at the end of the episode, there was a giant fucking cube in the sky.
A giant cube in the sky?
I don't remember what
I-
that show's called.
I think I know about a show with a giant cube in the sky, but I wouldn't call it a slice of life.
Well, it was more like a mystery, and then all of a sudden there's a giant ass cube, and then everyone's
Do
like, "Wait,
you
what the fuck?"
remember anything else about it?
Nope. I know that a certain Mother's Basement reviewed the show.
I'm pretty sure the one that I'm thinking of was an action show. It
Yeah, it
didn't
was
have
like,
like
I don't remember what it was, but all of a sudden there was a giant cube at the end of one of the episodes, and everyone's just like, "Wait,
Okay.
what the fuck?"
but I don't think that Frank's would probably be that bad because it's made by Trigger, and Trigger's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think that I said a while ago that it was like S tier. It's still really good, but it's not as good as I thought it was during like the mid season. It's still, like I said,
You were sold on that beach episode.
not that far, not that early in the season. Like honestly, I think it's definitely something you'll enjoy binging when you get around to it.
I mean, it's getting close to wrapping up, probably. So
Yeah, it is. There's like I think 3 episodes left.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, comparatively to Made in Abyss that I just recently watched as well,
Uh-huh.
it's not as good. Made in Abyss is friggin' insane.
Yeah, I think I'll probably watch that. I might like bump back the
Oh, is that
Spirited
that's a
Away,
rabbit's
Your
foot.
Name, etc.
Hey.
and watch. I
Anything
forgot
else
what
you
it's
can use a
called.
rabbit's foot for?
Not
I
really.
think people like it.
Yeah, everyone loves them, except
I don't know.
for
Look
my
it up on
wife.
the wiki, I guess.
Well,
should
I
give
can
it to her
say the
for her
Megalo
birthday.
box is pretty good, provided that they don't botch literally the last episode.
Yeah, I was gonna watch that. The finale for Comic Girls came out today, but I haven't watched it yet.
I still haven't watched the Most Latest Franks episode.
Really?
Yep.
It's wow. I'm surprised you have such a positive outlook when you haven't seen the most recent episode. Honestly.
Well, I mean, the only way they can go from here is up. If they somehow manage to fuck up that reveal, I'm just like, you
No,
have to
it
try pretty
actually-
hard.
Not only does it work pretty well, but they also there's also like a thing that I'll say later after you watch it that made like when I heard that dialogue, or rather when I read that dialogue, it kind of gave me a different perspective, which also helped a lot more as well.
We shall see.
Yeah. But no, the actual plot from the standpoint of cool mecha animes is not bad. I went down to get a bunch of iron ore because I'm low on iron and I got like 140 ore. So that's pretty good.
Iron is the easiest thing to get by far.
Yeah.
Because, like, on the icy floors, it spawns a lot. The copper is surprisingly annoying to get because
I find
it
if you
doesn't
just
spawn
stick to
that
the
often.
very early floors, you get quite a decent chunk.
You get some, but not nearly as much iron as you get on the iron floors.
Yeah.
But then gold is less than both. Not that you need gold for much, so it doesn't really matter, but...
Right.
Another book.
I heard recently that volumes 5 and 6, which are the last two of Girls Last Tour, will get their physical release in like I think it was like December and February or something like that, and I'm
Anime?
very ready. No, the manga.
Ah.
Because like volume 6 is supposed to have an extended ending. Not that the ending was very vague. It was extremely not vague, but still. People, it was like enough though that people like argue about it. So.
No,
And
it's
it's
very
kind
hard
of
to
obvious.
satisfy. Even shows like Clannad have an ending that a lot of people are a little bit iffy about.
But no, I'm actually sad that the manga's that short though, because I was ready to read a lot more of it. But you could probably like, honestly, if you finish the anime, you could probably read from where the anime ends to where
I
the
do
manga
that quite a lot
ends
with
in
shows.
like under an hour. Honestly,
Hey,
it's
there's a level
20
9
chapters. It's 20 chapters, and it's not something that you need to like really focus and make sure you don't miss any details in.
Yeah.
So,
All right, one more day.
Mo one night, Mo one
One
night.
more night. More one night. Whatever the hell it is.
I mean, the song name is called More One Night, but they're actually saying the two Japanese words Mo and One Night. So,
No way. One night.
not Mo. It's
Moanai.
it's not Moe. It's
Moanai
M-O-U.
is actually a pretty commonly used. I don't remember what it means, but it's pretty commonly used
Yeah.
in intros, actually.
No, but I'm pretty sure they just called the song More One Night because it kind of sounds like it. So.
Well, we broke 1 million. Boys.
Oh, by the way, Zuper, without huge spoilers, because it actually is possible Ross will care sometime. How far are you in the My Hero Academia manga?
Oh yeah, I won't care about that. I'll forget.
I mean, you'll forget, but you know, if it was like X character dies, then
If you
maybe
say a
might
certain
not.
character's name, I won't remember. Physically
you cut out.
cannot be ours to remember.
I can tell you the chapter, probably.
I mean, that would help.
In terms of the description, it's kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Currently halfway into chapter 134.
134. Okay. All right, so that's okay. That's that arc. Right.
Yeah, it's still the arc with the
The
League of Villains with the Mafia people.
Yeah. Okay.
Villains in a My Hero Academia show?
Weird, right?
Well,
Scandalous.
the League of Villains wouldn't even be much of a spoiler since it's, really early.
Yeah. The main part is that it's with like the Yakuza. So.
Yeah.
Zuper, your
end of
wife
that
told
arc
me
is
to
really
called me a
good, by the
deer
way.
and also told me to take a break.
Ooh.
Come help me make some kids for once.
Hey. That's actually not possible anymore.
Nope.
Apparently. Because people can
Making
only...
side kids.
Well, actually, yeah, you could have more kids if you turned your current kids into birds first.
Well, that's going to depend on if the kid sits in front of an important chest again. So far, I'd like to turn my dog into a bird, but that doesn't seem to be possible.
Correct. Yep. If you would have gotten a cat, it'd been a lot better.
Clearly. So there might be a little bit of money spending. Don't
You cut out.
There might be a little bit of money spending, but
Don't buy the return wand.
No, I
Okay.
physically cannot afford it. Do not.
Oh no,
fret.
it's 2 million, right? I keep thinking
Yeah.
it's 1 million. Okay.
Do not fret or hedge your bets.
What are you buying though?
You shall see.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you not to buy it,
That's just a
but...
bunch of crap pots.
Oh, okay, I mean, that's not a big deal.
Aren't you already having trouble processing your crab
That's a
pots as
lot of
is?
crab pots, though. Holy shit. How many is that? 50?
100.
100.
You're having a hard time processing them as is. Most days they don't even go harvested.
Well,
Why do
this
we
is
need
for
more?
the ocean.
I mean, if you're gonna go harvest them every day.
So I can get those lobsters.
Aha. I think I'll play Prairie King today instead of Jumino Kart. I want to end off on, you know, instead of like a negative note, like kind of negative note. So.
So, just a negative note.
Yeah, but not one like as negative as Jumino Kart.
It's tough to say which I find more frustrating at times.
I mean, like Prairie King's just more fun, even if it can be more frustrating.
It's a more fun game, but also the RNG in it can be like way more brutal in a way.
Yeah, you're not wrong. If it controlled a bit more like Isaac, I think I'd have a lot more fun with it, but it's kind of like slow
It's like
compared to
stiff.
Isaac. Yeah.
It's like stiff Isaac, plus also there's a lot more enemies than Isaac. It tends to be like
yeah.
unless you're fighting some very like there's some very specific
looks so
rooms where you would have that many things in Isaac.
But yeah.
But the difference is in Isaac, you're generally more powerful to deal with them. Well, you do one-shot them, at least the easy enemies in this.
Yeah, but there's
also,
a ton of them.
There's a ton of them, and in like Isaac, by the time you're getting those tons, you probably have something really overpowered.
Hopefully.
Well, you would hope. If you've gotten to that point, usually you've gotten something good by that point.
Not necessarily. If you're good enough at the game, you can get to the chest on a shitty build. It's just gonna be really annoying.
You certainly aren't getting through boss rush on that type of run.
Yeah, well, I left the first room with 4 lives, so that's nice.
Yeah, that doesn't happen for me.
I gained, like, I think I died once and I gained 2 lives. That's what happened. I hate the enemies that take more than 1 hit. It's like, just die, please.
Please die, Pi.
I mean, the diagonal shooting is nice, though. I will say that much.
That's why I liked in the original Isaac. Now it's hard. It's I've gotten used to the arrow key thing, but
Yeah.
in the original Isaac, I liked the mouse thing because it lets you shoot in all directions.
Did it?
Yeah, it gave you full control. Not
There is an item now that lets you shoot in 360 if you have a joystick, and just the cardinal directions if you don't.
Yeah, that was the thing with the mouse controls, and that's why it was so hard for me to adjust to Rebirth at first.
I never used the mouse in original.
I was just used to being able to shoot 360 around me always, so it was really weird to not be able to do it anymore.
Our guys have officially created the GIF from the online thing where they do the jellyfish show with all the crab pots.
Jellyfish. Oh, that. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not the GIF, the PNG.
Is that a boss? I think that's a boss. Oh no, it's a shop. I do not have enough money for any of that. Cool.
Sometimes a little, like, skull icon appears in the corner of my screen when I'm in Skull Caverns. Is that a thing?
I have no idea.
I've got no idea what that is, but whenever it shows up, I get, like, a little bleep sound. It's like, bling!
I have no idea.
Actually, it replaces the floor counter, come to think of it.
Maybe we're like a chest floor?
Now there's no chest floor. And it happens in the middle of the floor, generally, not, like, at the beginning.
Huh. I would say it might be a bug, but I don't think I've ever encountered it.
It kind of just looks like the skull key.
Do you know what the fiber generation rate is for grass?
I do not.
Definitely not 50%.
Fuck.
Oh, like 25%. We're gonna take a shot in the dark.
I hate that if you use an item like triple shot and then you die, it just goes away.
I also don't like that the power-ups disappear when you die. It's like, oh cool, look at all these power-ups I left on the ground on purpose.
Yeah.
Now they're gone.
Hooray.
Because for that split second that you don't have a power-up, the game is incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the entire run where you don't have a power-up. That's also a thing that happens a lot.
Yeah.
But...
Shit, fuck.
Shit, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Boof our red thorns, boof our red thorns. It'd be so much easier.
Ooh, there's a nuke. There's a nuke. I'm just gonna use that now. Because I want to at least beat this room.
The most I ever get is to the room right after the shop, and then I die.
I just did that room, so now I'm on the 4th room, I think it is. Okay, let's go. I hate this room though. It's like the box in the middle with like only 4 exits. Ugh, so annoying. There's like no way you can do this. You have to get so good. You have to get good like items and RNG, I think. I mean, it funnels them, but if they get in, then you're fucked.
I mean, you just have the classic run that I had, but it was only on the first room, because once I left the first room, that shit was gone. Getting sheriff badge over and over and over and over.
I got that twice in the first room.
What's sheriff's badge do?
It just...
It's 8 directions and... Oh no, sorry, it's shotgun and rapid fire.
Yeah. Alright, here's where
and then I also got a
life.
few wheelbarrow things, obviously, to go with it, but...
I do like when the little squirrel appears and they all start chasing that, and then it does it barely...
What the squirrel does?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's so many enemies on the screen.
Also, another reason why it's harder than Isaac is because every run in that is you're playing as the Lost.
Pretty much. I will say, actually, the room in the middle is really nice because it's just... I'm outside of the room, and it's making them, like, not fucking, find me because they're stuck in the room.
Yeah.
There's exits, yeah, but they're hard for them to get to because their AI is bad. I'm on time 0, so I'd really appreciate another life. Alright, well I beat this room. Where's it want me to go? There's no arrows anywhere. Oh no, so I have to break the fucking spike blocks, right? Alright. Shop. I'll take this. Yeah. Yeah, I got the better gun. But I'm on
All I can
times-
ever afford is the boots. And that's
Oh
annoying.
god, this is the boss. I've never made it to the boss, I don't think. Or I think I have once in single player.
I didn't know there was a boss, so that's
Fuck! Died. God damn it.
Now you're never gonna get to the boss ever again.
I mean, it was my first time playing this game in ages, and I did. So, maybe my Isaac skills transfer at least a little. But... all I know is my left hand really hurts, so I'm gonna do some carpal tunnel exercises after we stop playing.
Ah, that's always good.
I'm used to doing them on my right hand after, like, drawing in Photoshop for a while, but... Oh, I forgot I was streaming and I went to do my forum roll, so if anyone was actually watching, they just hear that sound effect now.
I just always mute the webpage before I do it, because I don't really like to hear that
I mean, I don't mind
rolling
it.
sound.
I don't dislike it, so I usually just leave it on.
Yeah, it's just loud. That's why I don't like it.
Oh, it's not that loud.
If it were, I mean, I don't know.
So I heard
It's not
you gave-
quiet, but it's not annoying either.
Well, I didn't get any level up on,
Oh, exactly. Oh, that's why it's just 2 purple
yeah, it's
slimes.
Yeah.
exactly 2 purple slimes.
I actually had one I should have turned in.
I still have my 3.
I still have like 3 too.
Yeah.
Alright. That was the last day previously, so I'm
Yep.
gonna...
So rather than bomb our crops like we usually do, I have something else to show you guys.
Oh, yeah.
That might be fun for a joke.
Alright.
Alright, let me go pull it out.
Alright, now, look, I'm not interested in what you're, having us do here, pulling stuff out.
Yeah, well. You'll get used to the idea. In time.
What if we just break all the crops so that the Juminos can't harvest them? That's actually funny. If a crop is completed, you can actually hit it with your pickaxe.
And it will pick it up?
No, it won't.
Ah. That's
Yeah.
stupid.
If you click on it, you pick it up. But if you
I
click
mean-
on like the tile you are on while facing that way, then it does break.
I guess I guess it makes sense that pickaxing, you know,
Alright, here you
plant...
go, Ethan. I have a gift for you.
Oh yeah.
Alright, and one for you too, Zuper.
It's not gonna start raining right now.
It's the beach totem.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Now let's
Oh.
us all
Oh.
free warp.
Alright. Oh shit, I don't want to give it to Zuper.
No,
Don't
I
give me
wanna
your
give it to
totem.
Ethan.
Alright.
Well,
Bye
it's
bye,
pretty
flamingo.
sad. Welcome, gentlemen, to my home.
Oh, I wonder if this bomb will break them. Let us try.
Nope. Alright, so what do you guys think?
It's nice.
Look how few lobsters I got.
Yeah, it is the rarest thing, because it's the most valuable thing.
Yep. I'm made for the lobster
You know,
bisque.
it would be annoying to fill it with bait, but can you imagine this if you took the no trash option?
Yes.
Like,
It would be worth. This would be worth quite a bit of money with no trash shop.
oh, you didn't even do these ones, you amateur. Jeez.
Do what?
Like, you didn't use this real estate or the real estate down here.
Oh no, I purposely skipped that real estate. I can actually put stuff here. I can lace them on top of each other.
But not over there.
Yeah, oh, I grabbed enough for 100.
Oh,
I mean, I could grab more. There's plenty more
Yeah.
to do.
you're
But
right.
I think this is good for now.
We probably want to have some dock space to, fish without the fucking thing being in the way.
I mean, you can fish.
You can fish, but
You fish through the text box.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't want to offer my mega bomb to Barngate Keith. I want to place it next to him.
It's incredibly distracting while you're fishing. Wait, can you
Well, it's
knock
all
me
my
out
bombs.
while I'm fishing?
I'm out of bombs. I
you
can go buy a ton from the dwarf.
I'm
you
out
probably
of knives.
finish the fishing minigame and then you would die.
Yeah, probably.
My guess.
Well, let's go test it out. I'll be back with bombs.
Okay, I guess this is a
I'm guessing
cutscene
Yet
with
another Elliot cutscene.
Elliot.
Playing piano. I'm getting all of his cutscenes out of order.
Ah, this is his scene where he tells me what I want him to write about.
How pretty. Skip. Hello, Barnger Keith. Goodbye.
I'm not really sure that in a book. Probably mystery most in terms of a book, but
Alright, Ross. I'm coming. Better be ready to fish.
Alright, here, let me take off all my armor. We'll see
did I
me in my
just
maiden
punch his
form.
desk? I didn't read the words that carefully, but my character, after we finished talking, my character walked up and punched his desk for some reason.
Nice. Where are you at? Okay.
Alright, don't blow me up just yet.
Oh shit. Well,
Well, you're not gonna die from just that.
tell me when, Ross.
Alright, go ahead. I'm in the hit phase. Alright, you need a little bit more. You can't place them all at once. I have, invincibility frames.
Well, take off the ring.
I took off everything. I have invincibility frames.
I don't want to die before you die, so I'm running away. Maybe if I go this way, it'll be more efficient.
No, come on, man. You're so bad at this whole killing thing. Oh, I might not actually take any more damage while I'm in the fishing minigame.
Yeah, you're invincible.
Yep, I'm invincible.
Alright, if you finish the fishing minigame, what happens?
If I fail the fishing minigame, then I probably... Ow, my eyes are just... And now I'm dead.
That's a lot of damage.
Wait, I want to see if we can do it at the exact same time I reel in a fish.
No, come on. That's gonna take way too many tries.
No, come on, place it.
Wait, I thought you died.
I'll tell you when.
It's interesting that that does hoe out the ground, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, come over here, I'll tell you when.
It's almost a lucrative strategy to hoe out your farm for the first harvest.
Alright, tell you when.
Planting.
Mm-hmm.
Now. Wait, not now. Shit.
Well,
Oof.
Was that glitching into my body there?
I think so, yeah.
Cute. I wonder how much shit I lost.
I'm actually picking some of these so that I can eat food because
I've
I
lost 7 items
don't
from
feel
my
like dying.
sack. Including, but not limited to, all the shit I picked up from the
Wait,
fishing
you can't
pots.
eat any of the things from the crab pots? I thought I could eat like the crabs and shit.
Nope.
Wow.
Purely for selling
mean-
or cooking.
I think it would be dangerous to eat those things right out of the crab trap, but
But I mean, you can eat more dangerous things in this game.
true.
No, I don't want to offer my bomb to Zuper.
Oh, we're actually out of money.
Yeah, it's because I bought 900 bombs.
The power of outrunning the bombs. It's basically some sort of... It's basically a shitty mobile game.
Yeah.
My poor eyes. Jesus fucking Christ, it hurts. God, it's like using Thunderbolt Gen 1.
I still have like 700 bombs left. No!
Success!
What happened?
I farmed more tobacco. I'm literally like 1 HP from death, dude. I have 4 HP. So, success.
This is like looking in the clouds to see what animal you've created. Some crazy god from the dreamlands. You can see his face and the little wispy tail as it wraps around in the smoky veil. His many centipedal legs, all ending in a little button tail, like he's a pit bull.
It's like a shitty poem that I'm hearing right
If
now.
I can't bomb you, I'll have to bomb your wife and child.
Hey, you wanna know what I can bomb?
Oh,
Haha. Success.
The server.
well, there you go.
That is the end of that. That's all I
Oh,
got to say about that.